All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Supermarket Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today? I'm gonna read his lips. Hold on. He's doing well.
Oh my God!
You had a great.
Apparently, I'm not doing as good as I thought.
All right.
All right.
Good morning, Peter.
Good.
It's Friday. How are you, man?
I just went for my first run since the marathon, and
Yeah.
it was good. It felt better at the end than at the beginning, which I guess is a good thing. So,
Are you gonna
yeah.
become like a runner now? Like not
Nope.
like doing 20, 30 miles, but like are you gonna do like your couple of 6 miles or so every day? Well, what's the situation?
Probably. I mean, I like I like how I feel running. So, I got lots of other things that I do, right? Between
Mm-hmm.
cycling and pickleball and tennis and squash and all the other things, it's just one thing I'll fit in when I
Yeah.
when
So
I can.
So 100% you did not fall in love with this, but you'll keep working out. Okay. Or doing your
Yeah,
other stuff. Yeah. Cool, man.
it'll,
Sounds good.
it'll mix in as part of the activity set. So.
Absolutely. All right, friends, take a quick look at our gappers list this morning. We got a lot of stuff in the green today. Some of our usual suspects that have been in play lately. United Health has been all over this gappers list, up and down. Today, gapping up a little bit here. And then, of course, our usual stuff. SMCI, AMD, QBTS, making a lot of noise lately. Google, you name it, they're on here this morning. QUBT, by the way, up 12%. We'll see what's driving that. And then the gap downside of things, NVO is the only one I recognize here. Docs, I believe we've seen before, but we'll see. We'll see what's driving these three tickers down. But overall, SPYs having a great week, Peter. I mean, another green week if we can hold on to the gains that we have had since the start of this week. But before we dive into all of that, what is the latest and greatest as far as our U.S. economic calendar?
Yeah, and from what we're seeing so far, it looks like we will be able to hold those gains. But let's not declare success too early because, as we know, things can change rapidly. All right, on the economic calendar, just a couple things happening this morning. Oh, where'd my calendar go? There it
Yep,
is.
sorry, brought it back.
Um, we had the housing starts and building permits pretty much came out on target, so nothing to report there. Interestingly, the import and export price index came in better than expected. So, well, I'm not sure. It seemed odd that the import price index was expected to contract by 0.4%, but actually grew by a tenth of a percent. Same thing with the export price index. Half a percent down was the forecast, came out at 0.1% higher. Not significant numbers, but a little bit off the estimates that the analysts were putting forward. The only other number that we got is the preliminary consumer sentiment for May, which is supposed to, excuse me, supposed to come out at about 10 a.m. this morning. That doesn't usually have a big market impact, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. If the market jumps unexpectedly right at 10 a.m., you know what the cause might be. So just be careful if you're in a trade. You got to know about these things because they can sometimes cause movement in the market, and at least you know when to expect it, right? Like 10 o'clock is exactly the time. So we'll see. Right now, though, we are sitting on a green morning. The market indices are pushing upwards by about 0.25%, both on the SPY and the Qs. And like Carlos said, if we look, this is sort of the fourth consecutive day of increases where, and this week we started we started higher actually on Monday, it looks like, but dropped lower by the end of the day. But then, yeah, we sort of have been pushing upwards ever since. So let's see if we can keep the good mojo going here into the weekend. And, yeah, maybe we get some good trading out of it today as well. That would just be a bonus, wouldn't it? So let's see what we got.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Peter. All right, friends, let's dive into this gappers list. We'll start with what's gapping up this morning. TOPW leading the way here, up 74%. So let's see what TOPW is all about today. Let me get my charts fixed. I have a weekly, I have a daily. Let me just fix this here. So we'll put our daily here, and we'll put our 5-minute over here. All right, so looking at our daily right now, yeah, big pop, some action. 5.6 million shares traded at the moment. Just got going. Looks a little bit before 8 a.m. today with some decent volume here. Peter, I'm not sure if you had a chance to review this one yet, but obviously, clearly something happening and in play here today.
Yeah, I don't know these guys. I feel like they've probably been on our list before. Topwin, which is a luxury goods company out of Hong Kong. They probably own some brands we're familiar with. But I'm not sure why they're specifically on the list. There's an
Mm-hmm.
interesting series of comments coming here on StockTwits, where it says, "Be careful, guys. This is a big scam company. There's nothing behind it." I don't know. I mean, it's got a low float. There's only 6 million shares in the float, which would make it easy to move around. You know what? We're traders. I don't really care if the company's a scam or not. What I care is it going to trade in a way that gives us opportunity? It might potentially. I saw that Jesse's posting a headline here about a collaboration with Sora Ventures, and that they're going to change their name to Asia Strategy. I saw that and I'm like, I don't know what that means. They also, in that same article that I saw, mentioned about investing in Bitcoin. And they're going to be driving a Bitcoin treasury across Asia's booming Web3 market. Doesn't sound like a luxury goods company, which is the category they're listed in, which would indicate that maybe they're playing around with things. Look, I don't know. I don't care. Is it tradable? I've never seen it on a trading list, so buyer beware. Just be careful with it.
Yeah, it is I'm showing a 5.8 million shares flow, so a little bit on the lower side here. I just want to be a bit cautious there. All right, let's take a look at the next one, QUBT. This one we're actually very familiar with, and it can trade very well alongside QBTS and some other ones, IonQ as well, all these quantum type stocks. But on the list right now, quickly, I only see three: QUBT, I do see RGTI, and if I'm not missing any other one, QBTS. So all three of these are, again, as you guys know, in that same quantum type trading. So here's the look at on QUBT this morning, leading the way up 12.6 this morning. And if we look at RGTI, up 3.6, and then relative to that, we do have QBTS also up a little bit here, just 2% with some decent volume. So all of these got great volume, Peter. We'll look at IonQ because I know that's another one as well. Up 3%, not as much volume as we're seeing, for example, out of QUBT, which probably be the one I have on my list today. 3.3 million, up 12%. Oh, you can't short this thing today. Hard to borrow on QUBT. That's strange. We've been able to short this before. But yeah, what's anything going on with quantum, especially QUBT this morning?
Well, interesting. I don't really see any specific news with these specific stocks, but I guess when there's any quantum news, they tend to move as a batch right now, right? So you can expect these three specifically, right? QUB, oh my God, you know these three. Anyways,
Yeah,
QUBT, QBTS, and then Rigetti. They tend to move together recently. I did see some news where Honeywell's one of their divisions, Quantinuum, I love it. Quantinuum, I think is how you say that. Anyways, they announced a deal with Cater's. I always call it Qatar, but apparently it's Cater, now that it's been in the news a lot. Anyways, an AI firm, Rabin Capital, which said that they're going to be doing a $1 billion joint venture over the next few years to build out quantum computing and invest further in quantum stocks. So it's just showing that there's more money piling into quantum behind the scenes, and which would support the technology. And it doesn't really matter if the money goes specifically to these companies or not. If it's going to push the sector, that means, you know, we've got a growth sector that we can play with. And we've seen this before, right? Where the whole sector rises until it actually becomes a real thing, right? Buy the sizzle, not the steak. Buy the rumor, sell the news. There's a lot of, you know, axioms out there. But bottom line is, as long as quantum continues to be a hot prospect, it's a good investment opportunity. Once people start to expect revenue and real, you know, products out of it, usually that's when we see it start to drop. So right now we're in the prospect phase. So let's go, baby, right? If these things are going to trade, then why not? Keep them on your list for when they present opportunity.
Yeah, 100%. I do like QUBT this morning. I don't like the fact that we can short it. Not a fan of that, but the volume is there, up 12.4, looking really good. The daily also looking very nice as well, as we're seeing a good move here in the last couple of days. So could be interesting. Gonna put it on my list here. What's up?
I didn't have QUBT on the list, but one of our members, thank you, Jesse, saying that they actually did report earnings after the close. Did they really? That was not on my radar.
They're up 12%. Yeah, is it them?
Could be. Could be. I won't tell you. You've got information that if somebody made it up, that's a pretty detailed thing to make up. It looks like
So fake
Oh, it looks
news.
like this morning. No, no, no. It looks like this morning they were supposed to have reported. I'm not sure anymore when it was supposed to be reporting. Again, don't see it on my target list here, so whatever. But according to Jesse's information, apparently they delivered more revenue than expected and better margins. That being said, you know what the revenue they delivered was? $39,000. We're not even talking millions. $39,000 versus an expected $27,000 revenue. So who cares? So
Yeah.
really, again, like I keep saying, these companies aren't valued, nor do they move really on earnings. It's largely irrelevant to their business at this point.
Yeah, it is. The fact that they actually made something is probably a big win for them. Usually these companies are losing money left and right, so they made something. Good for them. All right, I'll have it on my list today. It can trade very well, so we've seen it do some pretty cool stuff. I will put it on my list today as a primary, and we'll see how that one's doing. And as we look at that, we could look at Rigetti, we could look at IonQ. Obviously, these are moving in probably with some sympathy to QUBT since they're all in the same sector. We'll see what happens there. Archer Aviation. Wow, couple of really interesting days here this week. So from 9 to 11, 11 to 12, from 12:33 to about 14:35 this morning. So 14:42 actually. So pretty good pop in the last couple of days. It looks like they're having some positive news, Peter. I know we always talk about this ticker. I don't think we traded it as much as we talk about it, but always interesting technology coming out of these guys.
Well, I can only speak for myself, but absolutely, I don't trade it as much as I talk about it because I don't think I've ever traded it. I think this is one of the ones. Wasn't this one of the companies that Megan said she was maybe putting some money in a longer term investment? But
Oh, nice.
that could be fake news too. I don't know. Look, this is one of those ones that it's totally speculative in my opinion, right? Like. Any company that's putting out these automated drones and trying to set up a remote automated air taxi type service, credit to you. Good luck. I hope it works, but they're literally only one accident away from total collapse, right? So this could be the best thing since sliced bread, or it could be worth nothing, right? And it's one of those where it's such a risk based in long-term investment that if you want to put a couple of bucks in it, then go for it. From a trading perspective, they typically, oddly, they get decent volume. Like their average daily volume is up over 20 million shares a day, but I've never seen it really move in a way that encourages me to try and actually day trade it. So
yeah, it's the same thing here. I do like the last couple of days. Again, they're doing something. They look better as far as the daily and also the volume we're getting here in the pre-market. Maybe today could be their day. I know they look like they're getting some pretty good movement here. I don't know. Let's put on a secondary. Maybe today could be the day where we actually do something with this one. But again, it has to look really good. So secondary just for now. I see Joby's also on here as well. So we got both of these aviation drone type companies. So Joby Aviation also on deck this morning, up 3.8. This does not look nowhere near Archer Aviation. Looks much better, so I'm going to go with that one. But Peter, I'm not sure if you have anything you want to add to this Joby one.
I don't know. They are both being mentioned here. I honestly don't. I felt missing the news. My apologies, everyone. But I mean, there was BBC was reporting. The BBC News was reporting that apparently the LA 2028 Olympics is planning to have some sort of air taxi service to help get your well-heeled spectators to and from different events. This is why. Okay, so look at this. The LA 28, the committee charged with planning the city's third summer games, have announced a partnership with Archer Aviation to provide an air taxi service during both the Olympic and Paralympic Games. So there you go. This may be off color, but I'm going to say it anyway. So hopefully their air taxi service doesn't create more Paralympic athletes. So I'm skeptical, as you can tell. Too soon? All right. Anyways.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it.
I did go there. I went there.
You opened the door. You opened the door. Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Peter's been opening a lot of doors this week,
yeah, that's
as
what I
you can
do,
see.
man.
I don't know
Kick
if it
them right
was
open there.
the just coming back from Europe or what happened, or I don't understand, but I love it. I love it. Mike shared a picture with us yesterday. He's still out there, and I'm surprised to see how light it is at 9 p.m. This is why probably people eat so late. This is let me see if I could bring this up. So this is let me see if I
Oh,
can make this a little bit
I
nicer.
need to zoom that down.
Yeah, I need to zoom that down. Or you know what? I need to put it somewhere else. Maybe I could do this. Just flip this over here. There we go. This looks better. Look how light it is. This is 9
Okay.
p.m. So could be the reason why people go out to eat so late if it stays so light like this, right? But yeah, look at
It,
that.
something with the time. I don't know, like whether it's daylight savings or whatever they do. It absolutely was getting later, and darker later over there. So
Hmm.
I think we got it wrong. I know we seem
Yeah,
to
yeah.
North America. We seem to like the light early in the morning, but I mean, really, what sane person is up at 5 a.m. to see the sunrise? So let's have some light later. We can go out and have dinner at a European time because. Carlos, I can't remember if I spent this just earlier, but to me it was amazing when I went to Biarritz, which is an old school
Hmm.
town, sort of a seaside town in the southern area of France, just north of Spain. And the restaurants were open from 10 to 12 and then 7 to midnight or 2 a.m., depending on the restaurant. Like nothing opened until at least 7. So if you're one of those people that are expecting to go for dinner at 6 or 6:30, you were literally SOL. Like there was nowhere that was open. Everywhere was closed until 7.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, it's one of those where, like, so we got into the habit. We didn't even start thinking about dinner to 8. Often we were heading out around 10 for dinner. And somehow it worked. It felt reasonable. Now, that being said, I wasn't getting up at 6 in the morning like I do here, but, we were sleeping in and having a good time of it. But it felt more civilized somehow. So, take that
There
for
you
what it's
go.
worth.
Yep, yep. Yeah, they're doing something right. We got to figure something out here. Here is our gappers list. Again, we've been through a few of these already. A lot of them are all in the same sector type situation, right? So Joby Aviation, Rigetti Spaghetti with the quantum stuff. CRW, is this a new RPO? CRWV Core Weave, I believe is the name of this one. Yeah, it is. So this morning
Hmm.
they are up slightly here, 4% on the daily, as you can see. Recent IPO, just about less than 2 months or so. I'm
Yep.
not sure. It's up 4%, 369,000. Can't short it. I don't really like it. I think I'm gonna skip on it. But if you guys see something good on it, call it out. It's moving like hell though. Look at this, 50 to 68 in the last couple of days. So it's cranking here. What's your thoughts, Peter?
Yeah, we talked about this when it first came out because you can see the big move it made a couple of days after the IPO, right? First 2 days were pretty quiet, and then right at the beginning of April, like an April Fool's joke, it took off and then lost it again, and now look, it's up. So if you had confidence in this and you decided to dollar cost average, you could have bought in for some under 40, and now you're happily sitting at 68.70. So not a good return, but high risk. From a day trading perspective, I don't know. Haven't put an eye to it. Probably won't. If I look at the actual volume here, CRWV, it gets
Mm-hmm.
about 10 million shares a day, but it looks like that's more recent. Really, on average, it was trading about 5 million shares, and just looking at the price action yesterday, it looked like it would have been pretty tough for my strategies to work. If you're a low flow trader, maybe this is brilliant, and you're loving it. What
Yep.
is the float on this actually? Probably about 30 million, my guess. Oh, I'm totally wrong. 247 million. Wow. So this is a big float.
Yeah, it
Okay.
sure is. I'm just going to some of the comments. I missed this one from earlier. Jim Lee says to the comment where you got some responses. As a guy in a wheelchair, I find that funny. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good without being too offensive.
All right,
It
there you
was it
go.
was lighthearted. Yeah, yeah. But Peter, you know how he is, right? Somebody that doesn't know Peter might say, "What the heck is going on?" But we're so fun and games here. Um, all right, very good. And yeah, everybody, welcome. We got Rhino. So Rhinos used to be tough on YouTube. Changed his name, and he's been coming here every single day. Now he's throwing us off by changing his name. It's bad enough like when people change their picture because you get used to seeing them, you kind of build a relationship. But he changed his name and his pictures. Now he's throwing me all off today. Might not be a good day. We have to be very careful how we trade this morning. Heading back to our gappers list today, let's take a look here. UNH making a lot of noise. UNH, and today they're slightly up this morning, so a little bit of relief. Yesterday, as you can see on the daily here, did drop all the way to 250. I mean, this thing is just struggling, but a pretty nice bounce yesterday, and today trying to continue that bounce. Looks good, Peter. Are you gonna have it on your list today? It's been active.
Look, this to me feels like the definition of a dead cat bounce.
Yeah.
We know the news. It's not good. The DOJ probe has only just started. And again, they wouldn't announce a criminal probe unless they were pretty confident that they already had evidence of malfeasance. They're just trying to understand who's involved and how deep it goes. Usually, when the DOJ announces something, they've already been doing a lot of research. They can announce I can't remember what the other one is called. It's just an investigatory probe or a request for information or whatever they word it, right? That's not what this is. They clearly said this is a criminal investigation. So I think you've got to, UNH is in a hard place. Now, that's not to say it won't bounce. This is one that I've seen sort of like Boeing, where it doesn't seem to matter how bad the news is. It just has had enough institutional investing that it just tends to sort of bounce back when you don't necessarily think it should. But in this instance, not sure what to make of it. Look, I was surprised it was tradable for 2 days in a row. And yesterday was another good day. I'll grant it that, right? The move off the open was another like $30 move that we could have taken advantage of on top of the $40 move that I missed from the day before. So there was definitely opportunity in it. Will you get lucky for a third day in a row? Feels like you're pushing your luck. But, never say never.
Yeah. I think this thing has dropped so much. We might see we could see some pop here. It's just because how bad it has been, man. Like eventually, this company's not gonna go bankrupt, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I like as a secondary again, might not be tradable. I agree with you, but just want to see what it does today, if anything. All right, let's take a look what else we have in this gappers list. I think for the most part, we kind of cover most of this. Okay, I was ready to sneeze, but it didn't happen. So I was getting ready there, but didn't take place. now I was wishing it happened because it's like stuck now. Like okay, do it or don't do it. But it's like.
What happened to the gap down? Did it?
It's here. Yeah, I just scroll down to see the gap up. Yeah, but it's still there. Right, let's scroll down. SMCI. We'll do SMCI. We'll do Google. Actually, all these are pretty good. Let's take a look at these four. Then we'll head over to the gap down and see what you guys like this morning. SMCI. Let's start there. Was on my list yesterday as well. Didn't see anything great happening on it today. We're up 2.8, 1.8 million shares traded. Still could be a good one. I do like the way this daily is setting up here. Pre-market does have some action and volume as well. So yeah, I'm inclined to have it at least on a secondary today. So I'm going to put it right here next to UNH, SMCI. Peter, I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything really going on with this one just besides overall market movements today.
I don't think so. We talked about it yesterday, right? There was some interest in it, some investment and opportunity. I don't see anything. I mean, they still have contracts that are going on. There's more talk about some. I'm not seeing anything new, but it's in play. So yep. It's up here. It's holding in this area up or over 40. So it's. I think it actually might be worth watching, and just in my opinion, just because of how much it moved yesterday, and I think the interest will still be there. It's part of the. As much as I hate to admit it, it's part of the top three trio of semis, right? So my top two, of course, are NVIDIA and AMD, but I would actually put SMCI as number 3. That being said, I can't remember the last time I've traded it, but I watch it more than any other semi.
Yeah, because they get the volume. Like the other ones, they don't really get the volume and volatility like that, but these guys do, and they can move well. So yeah, I like them. We'll be on the secondary for now, at least.
Yeah. Great.
Yep. Awesome. And speaking of semis, here's another one, AMD. Let's see what AMD is up to today. So AMD, 1.7 million shares traded, up 2.5. I thought NVIDIA was up pretty nice today as well, but I only see NVIDIA here. So NVIDIA up 2.5. I'm sorry, AMD up 2.5. NVIDIA is up only 1.2. On the daily, you can see they've been moving very well, seeing a lot of gains here. So both of these are good. AMD's been looking nicer than usual, man. They've been looking all right compared to how they usually do, compared to NVIDIA. So I'm going to have AMD and NVIDIA. I'll put both of them on my list today, because I think they can both trade very well this morning. So, Peter, again, just looks like overall market just going higher, obviously affecting some of the Magnificent Seven. These NVIDIA being one of them, and AMD just kind of moving with tech. Anything you like on these two? Anything different? Or anything you want to add?
Nothing new or different. I think they're worth keeping an eye on. Like I said, they always tend to move. Even when the days you look at this chart and you're like, oh god, like that was terrible on Nvidia. Look, it had a tiny little candle yesterday. Still good price action, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
I don't worry about it. I know that these are always on the list, just like Tesla. Tesla, it's up today, but it doesn't matter if it's up or down or news or not. It's always on the list because it can often move. Now that being said, yesterday at the open, not a good day for Tesla. Like it just didn't move very well. It was very choppy. Andrew, got even he struggled with it. It wasn't very friendly to traders at the open. Later on, though, it actually gave some good trade opportunity, but you had to be patient. So, but that's me. That's how I trade, right? I like the later on trades. Early afternoon is when it sort of gave some opportunity that I could do something with.
And you saw that also in NVIDIA. Like if you look at NVIDIA, same exact thing. Rough morning. Let me give you the 5 minute here. Rough morning. I tried to take a breakout a couple of times out here. Did not work. And then look at this. I was not trading at this point, but look at this beautiful breakout. I mean, that's a $3 plus move there. And again, just many tickers later in the afternoon did very, very well. So yeah, nice breakout there. All right, let's I think we're good when it comes to our gap up list here. I think we're covered. Let's see, Peter, anything you like that's gapping up this morning that we haven't covered yet?
The only one I'm looking at that was gapping up, there were two, now there's only one, but space. The final frontier. SPCE, Virgin Galactic, had earnings. Again, Virgin Galactic's not about earnings, but they actually did do better than expected. They lost less money than anticipated and had slightly more revenue. But we're talking about $2 million of revenue. So who cares? It's more about what they're doing, future based. And this used to be a really fun trader. There was a period of time, Carlos, I don't know if you remember back. This had to be like, I don't know, 7 years ago, maybe. It seems to me it was back in like 2019, 2020 when we were trading this, and we were trading it like every single day. It was great. Yeah, it was probably 2020, 21. If I look
right
back
here,
at
this
the chart,
area. If you look at the weekly, it was around this time here.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day was in play. Really
yeah, it was just doing stuff. But and as you move forward in the chart, you can see it's sort of just flattened out and gotten really boring. So I'd love to see the return to the fun days on space, but for the moment, it's not that exciting. But it had earnings, so I mentioned it.
It sure is not. All right, let's go down to what's gapping down this morning. Let's look at DAX first, leading the way here. They're down. DAX with an S. Here we go. There it is. So DAX down 16.8 right now, 619,000 shares traded. So big drop for them. I don't know if I like this one. It's not a low flow stock, sitting at 182 million there. Big drop. Looks like earnings last night based on this 5 minute. I'm just not sure if I'm going to like this one, Peter. What's your take?
I have looked at this in the past. I don't like it. We talked about this last night actually because it had earnings. This Doximity. I like the name, cool name. But anyways, I don't. It wasn't really about their earnings in this case because their earnings were okay. It was really about their outlook, as it always is, and they provided lower than expected guidance. So it's gapping down. You can see that gap down right after the close, and then it's pretty much done nothing since that sort of one initial move. So, I'm not making my list.
Yeah, it seems like it doesn't have great volume here, so I'm gonna keep it off as far as day trading goes. So, but if you guys watch it, let us know. Let us know how it goes. Applied Materials is on here. AMAT, we know this very well. It is gapping down today, 417,000 shares traded. Again, you can see on earnings last night, looks like, Peter. So, it is. I wish the stock would trade better because it does seem like it'll be fun to trade it, but unfortunately, as far as day trading, I don't like it.
Yeah, we got a very common story with all the earnings, right? And pretty much in every case that I'm going to talk to you about, it was they sort of did good in the quarter, but their guidance is disappointing. So same thing with Applied Materials. They actually had a good quarter, beat their numbers, but their forward-looking guidance isn't what analysts were expecting, and the stock is selling off a little bit. Again, sort of second or third tier semiconductor trading stock here. Even on earnings, I don't like the way Applied Material moves. It just doesn't get enough volume. It's only about trades about 6 million shares. Even on its peak days, it's usually under 20 million. So yeah, I just don't go there.
Yeah, yep, agreed. All right, I think that's it. I mean, let's look at MFG. What is this? MFG. This is brutal. This is garbage truck status. So I don't know what this is. MFG is a $5 stock, and yeah, it's just nothing to see here. So garbage there. And then the other one that is on this list is B. Also looks, what is this daily? What is this? Look at this. Garbage. So garbage on those two. This is down 2.3.
This is Barrick. This is Barrick Gold. Barrick Mining, as they want to be called nowadays. But
why this?
Do you remember Barrick Gold? Do you remember?
I remember those. They were selling bricks or something. Was it that one?
This is when Barrick Gold. This is like a big, huge story in Canada. I don't know, like 10 years ago, when they had the guy that was like faking all of their gold results. He was like, I can't remember. He was using like putting gold into like a gun, and she was seeding the samples, and then
I didn't hear about it. I don't remember that.
He was like in a helicopter ride and like either jumped or fell out of the helicopter and disappeared, and they never recovered his body, so they don't know if he like.
Oh,
if it was a way for him to escape. And remember that whole thing? Anyway.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Did they ever find this guy or what?
No, as far as I know, they never found him. Was that Briex? I thought that was Barrick Gold. Oh, maybe it was Briex.
I remember that story. I don't remember if it was.
Confusing the stories.
Yeah, but the story I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember the story, and it was like, this feels like it's like a daytime movie thing, but it really happened. But yeah, maybe I'm unfairly putting that on Barrick Gold. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was one of these Canadian gold companies, anyways.
Nevertheless,
whatever.
Get a garbage truck. It looks.
Yeah,
horrible.
I've said it many times. Yeah, you can garbage. Unfortunately, the whole sector. Mining is a great sector if you want to make money. If you're a miner, if you're a successful miner, it's also a great place to lose investment dollars. I've got a good buddy who his brother is a speculative investor in gold in mining, and he has had so many failed mining ventures, and he's always like looking for investment dollars for the next great thing that's going to make him $1 trillion. And so far, it's never worked. I just but from a trading point of view, just do something else. Like, don't even try. There is not a single mining company on the planet that I've found that is worth day trading.
Yeah, so. they don't trade well at all. All right, and I think that's about it, guys. The only other one that we will look at is NVO. We know this thing has been moving recently. Again, I have not traded, but today they got some good volume, man. 2.5 million shares traded so far. And you can see the daily. They're not the easiest stock to trade, but they've been getting some good movement here as far as the daily goes. So today, Peter, a lot of movement. Could be their day today.
People are saying that there's a McConaughey movie about it. Sounds about right. McConaughey's made a career out of being like the guy you really want to like, but he's a huckster. He's a shyster, and he's going to rip you off in the end. It seems to be his general character profile. Not always. He did The Lincoln Lawyer, didn't he? He was that. So I guess he was a good guy. I mean,
yep.
He's done some other great characters, by the way. I actually really like McConaughey. I think he's good. He's a fun guy, and he's not been afraid to do some interesting roles. And anyways, you love the story. Have you guys ever heard the story of how he, like, his signature line, right? All right. Anyways, he made that up on the spot, and that was like his. Anyways, it's sort of funny how that all came about, but fun guy. All right.
Yeah, awesome. So NVO, you like this one?
No. We've talked about this in the past. It's not one that I did try and watch it earlier this week. When was it? Like, was it Tuesday? Right when I got back? I can't remember. It was in the news. We were talking about it. Remember, they were partnering with another company about another weight loss drug. It's always about the weight loss drugs these days. There is some news on it today that their CEO has stepped down. So in a little bit of a surprise move. As market challenges weigh on the obesity drug maker. Oh my goodness, whoever wrote this headline was feeling punny. So, all right. Anyways, yeah, so their CEO, Lars Jorgensen, apparently has said he's stepping aside and someone else is going to jump in again. A little bit of a surprise move. Is there something going on that he's like stepping out of the way of? You never know. But anyways, so that's the news on Novo. Still not NVO, not a stock I tend to spend a lot of time watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. All right, friends, let's go to you guys. Well, Peter, you first. Anything you like on the gap down that we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah, a few things that had earnings that I wanted to mention. We already mentioned Applied Materials. Another one we were watching last night was Cava, C-A-V-A. They had earnings after the close. We were taking a look at them. They had a good quarter, but like I was saying, my typical story for this morning, good quarter, concern over their forecasts. So there's concerns over their growth and whether they can sustain or achieve their growth targets. So you can see it in the red here this morning in the early hours. The other one was Take-Two Interactive. This is one that sort of, it was green, it was red, it was green. Look, they don't typically trade a lot of volume pre-market. It's not a NYSE stock, but it trades like a NYSE stock. TTWO is the ticker on Take-Two Interactive. And I used to watch this. It was a good pandemic trade. Everybody was buying video games. And anyways, Take-Two Interactive and what were the other video game makers that we were watching at the same time? Anyways, there's a couple of them that traded. They escaped me here. But this one is in the news. EA and Activision. That's the ATVI or whatever it was. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to remember. Take-Two is in the news mostly because while they had a good quarter, nobody cares. It's all about the delay of GTA 6. So if you were looking to drive your hypercar through the streets of LA or wherever the heck this thing is going to be set now, and looking to pick up some ladies of the night or run over pedestrians, you got to wait a little while longer because they've delayed the release of the game, and that's really the only thing that matters for Take-Two Interactive's headline. So being the major game producer behind that. So there you go. So I expect this to be a little bit in play. Again, pre-market volume is always tough on this one because it gets on an average day pretty low volumes. It's hard to trade. Feels like one that should be in play, but I don't know. I'm probably still not going to trade it. I'll keep an eye on it just out of entertainment value, but I don't expect much to happen. Other than that, I think we covered everything else I wanted to talk about. So, put your eye to whatever you think is best. We still have more gapping up than we have gapping down. But on the gap down side, I noticed Meta and Microsoft are red, whereas most of the other Magnificent Seven are up today. Microsoft, I actually liked the price action on Microsoft yesterday. So I was watching it a little more yesterday than I normally do. I always sort of keep an eye on it, but yesterday was actually not a bad day for my trading styles. It didn't really get a very successful trade, but I did try a couple of reversals and more or less broke even on them. So that just gave me some hope that maybe Microsoft might have some opportunity for me personally. Meta, again, I don't have any news on it particularly, but based on how it closed out today, big drop to close the day yesterday. I'm not sure what was driving that, but look at that move. I mean, the whole market sort of did that, but it seemed to be hit harder than most stocks. So I'm thinking that may put it in play for today as well. So there you go. That's what I'm taking a look at.
All right, awesome. All right, friends, let's take a quick look at what you guys like this morning. We'll start with our chat here. SMCI, we do have it on deck. And yeah, a lot of volume all of a sudden. I might move this up. I have it on my secondary, but I might move this up. It's looking really good in the pre-market. I am going to do that right now, actually. I think it's worth putting up here. We can always put down AMD, if anything, or NVIDIA, one of those two. But yeah, SMCI looks very good. I'm going to put that up here.
Put it down like a sick horse, or just? You mean move it down on the list?
Move it down on the list. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, move it down on the list if we need to. And yeah, SMCI. So what else, friends? We have over here. MCCI is good. Got some good volume. Top W. Yeah, we looked at it this morning. It is in play. Be careful. It is a low flow last time I checked, right? So it was 5.8 million. So just be mindful of this one. It is a low flow stock. Tons of volume, hard to borrow. But again, as we guys warn you about these low flow stocks, it requires a different type of trader to look at these. So just make sure you have a strategy, right? It's not something you want to be out there just winging it. That doesn't work. Bull, this is Webull. Yeah, seeing a little bit of volume right now of 5.2, 795,000 shares traded. Again, recent IPO you can see here on the, is it recent IPO? Yeah, it is. I'm not sure why it has more history, but I thought this thing just opened up, right? Or am I bugging? Was it a SPAC before? Was it a SPAC? Did it take over some kind of That's interesting.
I don't remember. I think something happened. You're right. It vaguely it's tweaking some memory, but I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. I can't really recall. So
I don't think they were always public here. I think they're more on the newer side. eToro also came out yesterday, right? Was it what is the ETOR? Is that the ticker? Yeah, here it is. So this came out actually 2 days ago. So recent IPO as well, not doing a whole lot this morning. Yeah, but as far as Bull goes, guys, yeah, you got some activity here. Put it on a secondary just to see where it goes there. It has done some stuff in the past. We do have some volume. Let's see what happens with Webull. Usually these things don't trade very well. So, but I like what I'm seeing here as far as it building up. Let's see if it amounts to anything. HIMS, yes, let's look at HIMS. What's going on with HIMS? HIMS is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of losing some strength here, right? So yesterday, not a great day as far as a long, beautiful short though. Great short there. Then it kind of went sideways for the rest of the day. Today, not sure what we can get out of it. It has been getting still a lot of volume, so that keeps it very interesting for us. We'll put it on the secondary list and see what we can get out of him. So good stuff there. SMCI is taking off. I hope it can wait for us here. Yeah, new high of the pre-market there. So yeah, it is moving. Hopefully it doesn't get too extended here. AMD we do have on deck. Let's look at one more here, and then we'll head over to our community events and announcements for today. KDLY, Kinley, MD. No, I don't like it. It's down 8%. It had a huge pop a couple of days ago. I think we might have seen this. Then since then has sold off. And again, these like 4 or 5 days play later is very difficult. Also, what's the float on this? Got to be really low. Seems like it's going to be low. So just be mindful on that. Be careful. All right, I think we're set, guys. I like the list I have here. Kinley, yeah, KDLY.
Seems like we looked at this before. Medical facilities. Why does it sound familiar? I don't know. But yes, the float's like under 2 million shares. So
yeah, it's just be mindful. And of course, Tesla's daily looking really nice here. So I will add Tesla to the list here. I'll add it on my main list this morning. And I think that does it for me. I think I'm good with that. All right, with that said, guys, head over to bearwoodtraders.com and where you can always see what is happening for the next 2 weeks. You click on webinars and scroll down. You can see what our schedule looks like for our community. Today is Friday, so we'll focus on what's happening today.
All right, it's Friday, which means we don't have an evening course. We sort of go into the weekend and give ourselves and you a break. But if you're an elite member, then we do have some opportunity for you. Starting with the 11 a.m. session that Pierre is going to be putting on for all of our members in the webinar room, answering your questions. So if you've sort of had a good week, a bad week, a week that you'd like to sort of review, Pierre could be your guy and could be an opportunity to review that, or with just your peers, right? Share your trades, share your experience, and you can see how that goes. That is at 11. I'm just, sorry, pausing, because it's under every Friday, but then the description says every Wednesday. What is happening? Am I confused?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Is our website wrong? I thought
we brought this up. We brought this up a couple of times. We got to figure out what. Yeah.
What's going on? Mike, are you out there? Pierre, are you here? What's happening? Are we doing this or not? I don't know.
It's the bots. We'll blame the bots.
We'll blame the bot. Normally, Mike does a boot camp prep meeting. Being that we just started a boot camp, I'm honestly not sure if that one's happening. And I know he happens to be he's in Brussels, I think, and heading off to Amsterdam for a couple of days. He's doing like a full European tour. I'm sort of envious now that I'm back home. Being home is nice, but I do love to travel. And, traveling, especially if you do it, well, sort of with money is fun. So in any event, all right.
When you're younger, Peter, and you don't have money, like when you're younger, you don't have the money to spend. It's a very different situation when you actually have it now, and can go do things, right?
You also don't care as much, right? Like,
yeah,
like when you're young, you can have a backpack with, you smell the clothes, and if they don't smell too bad, you put them on again. You can sleep
a
on
little Febreze.
You can sleep on a park bench and then go drinking all night and wake up and do it again to go see the sights. Like, when you're old, you're like, the hell with that, right? I want a bed. I want comfort. I need, my clothes laundered. I'm not buying like a fast food burger just to get the food done. I want a nice glass of wine and some white glove service. And you have different expectations, I think, sort of as you age, but maybe that's just me. Anyway,
yeah, agree.
Today's rant. I guess that is today's rant a little bit. So look, if you're still young, enjoy it. V, I would recommend go travel, go do some fun stuff, because it's a lot easier when you're younger. The problem is you don't have the money, but you could just go out and, like, usually you're like, I don't care, man. Hey, where does the next train go to? And just get on it and go somewhere. Like, I used to love doing that stuff. I've gotten out of that habit because my wife does not like surprises. And I'm like, whatever, we'll figure it out. I'm still okay doing that. But the thing is, when I get there, I'm not like, oh, I only have $5. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to party till the bars close. And then hopefully we can find like a 24-hour restaurant where we can sleep for a little while, get a coffee and some breakfast and keep going. That, I'm not doing that anymore. So anyways. All right.
Good times.
Moving on. Travel how you want, but travel's fun. Seeing the world, understanding, how this world actually works out there, I think is beneficial for anybody if you can afford it, both time and money-wise. All right. Back to trading, though. Tunde say your wife is correct. Surprises suck. Depends what the surprise is. They can be great. But anyways, all right. If you want to join us here at Bearable Trader, so if you want to try and make some money so that you can go do that travel, however you want to travel, then why not join us? And we can help you through that journey. What I will say, though, is do not join us if you want to make money quick. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm telling you, trading over the long term takes a lot of work and a lot of focus, and that's what we do. We're a community of individuals who really want to help each other grow and trade over the long term. If that interests you, then look up bearabletraders.com. This might be the place for you. We've got some great people here. We have a lot of fun. We trade, we teach each other, we share our experiences, and we grow together in this market because, frankly, the rising tide can raise all ships here, and that's what we want to do, is help everybody float higher. So check it out, bearabletraders.com. We got a number of membership options. Hopefully we'll see you in the chat room soon. If not, you know what? Keep joining us on YouTube. We love having you here. Just do us the favor of giving us the thumbs up so we can continue bringing this to you. Really, that's how we get paid, based off your thumbs. So use that thumb and finger to hit that button and give us the old positive reinforcement. We need that. So, and then we'll keep doing this for you, live every morning. My goodness, I should stop while I was ahead. All right. Anyways, we love you. Keep having fun. Carlos, let's set some levels.
Let's set some levels, and I gotta make a call out to Andrew because I'm not getting paid for thumbs. So I don't know how your deal is worked out, your contract is worked out, but I'm gonna have to call Andrew and find out what's happening.
Well,
Peter's getting paid for likes. I'm kidding, man.
Well, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for likes. If they all fell off, Carlos.
We would not be live on YouTube. Oh, absolutely, we'll be just in the chat. 100%. Peter's trying to backtrack now that he's getting paid for likes and I'm not.
I'm saying it. Yeah.
We're gonna have a conversation.
If I was getting paid for likes, man, I'm finding myself one of those like Asian, pump tanks, and we'd be getting like 8,000 likes every morning or 8 million likes every morning because I'd just be paying for them.
Yeah.
That's not what we do. I want real likes. I want real humans who say,
yes.
This adds value. Click the button one at a time. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, check out the reviews. The recast from Andrew, that really the channel loves that. Like I noticed, I look at the analysis in the back end when he does the recaps, we get a huge bump like this. So the recaps are very important. Make sure you take a look at those when he does them. He's doing about 2 or so a week, so that's very important. I see him in chat as well. Good morning, Andrew. So make sure you go to those recaps, hit the like buttons, and if you do that, then he'll keep doing more. If you don't do that, then he'll just do 1 or 2 here and there. But that helps the channel a ton. All right, excellent, guys. Let's do some levels. What do we have here? QUBT. We'll start here. QUBT this morning, we're up pretty nice today. Good pre-market action, 4 million shares traded. High of the pre-market for the most part right now. You're looking at 1058, so we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we're looking at 970. Great area. We'll slam another one right over here as well. Towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days looking pretty good. Let's go to the left. Is this the highest we've been? No. We actually been higher. Oh, we actually been to 26. I don't remember this going up to 26, 28 on QUBT. But yeah, it looks like we have. So if we look right in here, yeah, I don't recall that. But yeah, look, it has been up pretty high. So not a stranger to higher numbers here. There is a nice level here at around 1020. So we'll slam at 1020 there. That's good. Above the pre-market highs, we're going to do 1143, and then we're going to do 1240 towards the top there. All right, the next thing we have is AMD. So AMD is also looking good this morning, surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. We'll mark the high of the pre-market over at 118.66 is a good area. And then once we do that, I don't think you need to do a whole lot on this. Maybe the low of the pre-market at 115.52 or 50 or so. But once you look at this, you're pretty good. The dailies are doing a great job surrounding all the price stuff. So I don't think you need to add anything on IMD. Looking very nice this morning. NVIDIA, some good volume, up 1% here. Again, daily has been just rocking. I mean, we were just hanging out at 85. We're at 186. On NVIDIA. It's just incredible how this market has been moving lately. A lot of volatility, which is great for us traders. 136.89 is your high of your pre-market there. So we'll slam one there. Towards the top, if we keep going, good level at around 139.12. And then right up here at 140.95. 2 more just in case we do get going, depending how this Friday ends. Towards the bottom, good support there. Previous day close, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. I'm just going to mark down the low of the pre-market at 133.99. And once you do that, you're set when it comes to NVIDIA. SMCI, did move that up to my primary list. Looking very good this morning. Very active. Recently getting a nice little pop here, breaking through the, making a new pre-market high at 46.10. So we'll slam one there. And as you see here on the daily, just surrounded by the last, by the levels of the last 2 trading days. And also low of the pre-market, pretty much slamming into the previous day close here. So I don't think you need to do anything else when it comes to SMCI. I think you're looking pretty good here on that front. But you know what? It looks very strong. Let's get a level towards the top just in case it does decide to move higher. We're going to look at 48.13. All right, last but not least is Tesla, and then once we do that, we'll get it over to you guys. So Andrew's going to be in chat, and Brian trading live for you guys here. If you want to join us, as we said earlier, check out those links that Peter's talking about. You can see Brian and Andrew trading live in chat. Here is Tesla, surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. So levels on this is pretty easy. High of the pre-market is all you really need to mark down at 347.80, and once you do that, guys, you are pretty set here as far as that goes. All right, remove SMCI from this. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. All right, Peter, let us know what the team is watching, and when Andrew and Brian, when you guys are ready, we'll hop off the chat and let you guys to it.
Sounds good. We're about 5.5 minutes away from the open, so let's get going. Our moderators are watching their usual slate of stocks, and maybe you can pick some out of this that you want to watch. Lenny, got the master list. Google, AMD, Meta, NVIDIA, Tesla, QUBT, UNH, and SMCI. So again, he usually has the superset going on there. Thor's going to be watching as usual with Apple, NVIDIA, and AMD. Avi's watching Avi stuff. I'm going to be watching my usuals with QUBT, AMD, and Microsoft thrown in. I do have a couple of IPOs, a really badly named one, Awful, OFAL. Just who picked that? Somebody needs to be fired. Anyways, I'll let you know if and when that opens, as well as a couple of specs. Eamon is trading here this morning. He has a couple of longs maybe going on with Apple and Tesla, depending how they set up. Brendan's going to be watching NVIDIA, AMD, PLTR, and Tesla. Brian, trading live with our members in the chat room this morning, and is going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, PLTR, and of course the market indices overall. Pierre is going to be watching NVIDIA, AMD, SMCI, and Tesla. Andrew, in with his list, watching Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, SMCI, and QUBT. QBTS. Paris watching the other QUBT, QUBT, SMCI, AMD, Tesla, and NVO. So there you go. I'm surprised Tesla is number 4 on Paris's list, but at least it's there because we know he loves Tesla. All right, guys. Hopefully you love this day. Trade smart. Remember yesterday, right? Tough day. So don't run into anything unless you see your setup. Don't be afraid to sit it out if you're not seeing what you need. Trade smart. Have a great day if you're in the chat room. I'll be back with you towards the close. On YouTube, we're going to keep going here right through the open. So have a good one.
All right, perfect. We're off our chat. We'll let Andrew and those guys do their thing. Let me mute Andrew on my ear, and we are good to go. All right, guys, so we're on YouTube. Let's get ready. We have our 5-minute and our 1-minute here, and let's set up our list. NVIDIA. I have SMCI. Oh. SMCI and Tesla. That's the last one there. Very good. And we'll move this one up.
All right. Change over my platform. Get myself set here.
QUBT.
Probably heard one of my alarms. The 5-minute alarm went off. So
yes,
now we're
yes,
in
yes.
final approach here
awesome.
To the open.
All right, let's hope for a clean morning. We've been getting good afternoon stuff, but the morning has been brutal. Actually, no, I can't say that. It was just yesterday. It was just yesterday. We've been doing okay. We forget quickly. We only remember the bad stuff. I forget quickly. We've been having some pretty good mornings.
I don't know. I yesterday wasn't all that good. I don't think.
No, yesterday was not good. No, I'm saying like I'm saying every morning, but it hasn't been every morning. It was just yesterday, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, yesterday was pretty bad. I got lucky with UNH. Other than that, everything else was horrible yesterday. So, let's hope today we get some movement here. Nico, favorite time frame? The 1 and the 5. I like both. I look at both when I'm trading. The 5-minute and the 1-minute. And Peter, I know you look at the 1-minute. Do you look at the 5 as well? Yeah. What's your 2? Your 2, right? Okay.
I keep on my screen the 1, the 2, and the 5. The 2 is unique for me in that I actually exclude pre-market data from it. So it gives me a slightly different perspective. It helps me know where things are opening compared to where they closed.
Okay.
I do that on purpose, but yeah, I watch all 3 of those and then a daily.
Gotcha. Yep.
But I trade off the 1. I always trade off the 1.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yep. 1 is the.
What's going to move today? What should I watch? I mean,
POTR. We forgot to talk about POTR. Someone did mention it to me.
Yeah, we didn't mention it at all today.
I'm gonna put it here. Next to.
There we go.
Next to Tesla.
There's the 1-minute alarm. So we got a minute till the open. Time to pick your targets. We are. Landing gear is out. Ready to come in, or are we taking off? Depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I don't really have. I don't have anything that I absolutely love for a setup. So could be a quiet open here. I'm gonna put NVO. I don't know NVO. I got like extra chart here. I don't know what to do with. I'll watch Archer Aviation just to see what it does.
CLIK up 154. Oh, it was a 50 cent
that was the one that Andrew was trading yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was the
low
one.
Float. Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah.
And he was trading it when it was like $1. Oh, there's the opening bell.
Yep.
Let's see what we get.
All right, let's see where the action is. Let's get to our 1-minute here.
Not getting much of anything right now.
QUBT doing some stuff.
QUBT and QBTS both charging higher. Quantum.
Yep.
Quantum morning.
let's see here. Wow, QUBT is just gone. Look at this thing.
Yeah. QBTS looks similar, although the move isn't as big.
Yeah.
The stock price is about the same, but it hasn't moved as much as QUBT. So QUBT is definitely the bigger mover. 10% move right off the open. Whole dollar.
Yeah.
PLTR getting a little move now, heading up to the high of pre-market. See if it spiked over that, but couldn't get through that 130. PLTR has been playing with that 130 level a few days. Let's see if it can.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it wants to get over it right away, but oh, UNH about to go red. There it is. Just went red. I gotta say, this thing moves. $10.
It moved. Peter, I'm telling you, yesterday I was like, what the heck? It moves, man. You got to be very careful with the number of shares because, it's not a Tesla. This moves more than Tesla as far as dollar-wise, right?
Yeah,
and when I took the shares,
the same price, but
I was thinking about
hard,
that Tesla thing, and it's like we're down $5 in a matter of seconds. Yeah, be very careful.
Oh, then you got to worry about the spread, right? Because the spread can kill you on that, because you get in and suddenly you're down $2, and you're like, what the hell? What just happened?
And it was jumping a lot. Yesterday, like at one point, I was red for a bit, and then really green, then really red. I'm like, why is it doing that? And it's the spread, So you gotta be careful. Here's Tesla. All right, coming up in that 3-minute mark, guys. So, here it is. Tesla looks good. I like it for long here. Oh, I missed that good entry out of VWAP. I don't think I would have jumped in though because I don't see like a clean setup here right now. So POTR setting up really nice.
Andrew's
below the
talking
VWAP.
about going long on Tesla.
He is. He did.
Yeah.
There it is. He went. Ah, what a great trade. Oh man, let's see if it can hold. That looks good. I like POTR short here, but the problem with POTR is that it tends to pull. The pullbacks are very aggressive at the market open.
Yeah.
So I don't like that from it. Like you can still get your move to the bottom, and then it can stop you out on the way in trying to do that with how much it pulls back. It's got a wild candle too on this 5-minute. See here, this is our move. If it can stay lower. Oh no, it pushed higher. Yeah, it's too messy. Let me stop looking at it. POTR, that is. SMCI is giving a nice pullback. This could be a good 5-minute ORB. Let's see how this minute ends. On SMCI, tons of orders. Wait for us. Don't leave us yet. Wow, Andrew got a very nice move on Tesla, and all I see is just green triangles. So that's
yeah, he hasn't.
I know what that means.
Yet, so.
Yeah. Let's show you guys. So great call there by Andrew on that trade.
Sounds like he's holding out for 350 here, trying to get
nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this here, guys. This is Andrew's trade. He's in.
Oh
there you go. Partial.
You got a dollar pop through 350.
Yeah,
wow,
that is awesome, man. That is really, really nice.
Look at that move.
Good job.
How does Andrew keep doing that? He always does it.
Yeah, he finds a way, man. All right, SMCI giving us a pullback here. If I see some strength, I might go in for a 5-minute ORB on this thing. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I like it here for a long. Oh, my montage is locked. Ah, no. Come on. Okay. I forgot I locked my montage this morning. Yeah, because I was messing around with the hotkeys. Oh no! Wow, This is unbelievable.
What were you looking to do here?
I was looking
SMCI?
to go long SMCI.
Well, it's giving you another chance if you really want to.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Um, yeah, we're still right there actually. All right, so Montage is good now. All right, now I got new information. Let's see if we want to go higher. All right, so we got a good chance now. All right, let's go back in. Well, not back in, but let's actually go in now. We didn't get in the first time. All right, let's see if we get a breakout. So 5-minute RB, I like to pull back here. Still got the same entry I would have had if I would have got in earlier. So hopefully we get the momentum to the upside. Next level on the daily, I don't have a next level besides 2 days ago high, which is around 46.54. Let's see if we can get that. I'm trying. Did you short PLTR 134? Nice. All right, good stuff. Okay, SMCI is working out really nice. I love the level 2 as well, giving us a lot of great ask there. Here's our high from 2 days ago coming up. Let's see if we can get a nice push. Looks very strong. I want to take a partial above 46.60 if I can. I want to be patient with the partial. Maybe this could be our one and done for today. Nice and easy Friday. All right, take a partial here.
Oh, nice, Carlos. Got the move.
Oh, good. Let's see if we can stay above this 46.60. Will be awesome. So this level here that we're going up against is 2 days ago high. So right here, if you see that.
Yes.
Yeah, right there.
You.
So let's see if we can stay above that.
Oh
wow, this is turning out really nice. We'll take another partial here. It's a great 5-minute ORB. Similar to UNH yesterday to the downside. Very clean. Long UNH, good time for reversal. TD, we'll take a look in a second here. Here we go. Wow. SMCI for the win today. This is nice.
Oh, Carlos.
Trading so good here, nice. Man. Yeah. We missed this yesterday, this continuations early on. Ryan, you took SMCI long from the VWAP, so much better entry than I did. But yeah, we're looking pretty good right now if you took it from the VWAP. Very nice. What's the next level we have? So we went through the high of yesterday. Next level I have is 48.13 that we did in the pre-market. I think that's pretty far out. Let's see. At least I don't think it'll get there in one smooth session here. Very nice. All right, let's see here. Okay, so far 10% partials. I want to try to be a little bit more conservative with the partials because we got such a good entries. I'm gonna slow down a little bit and try to maybe get to 47.50. But right now I would be taking a partial, I guarantee you. But I'm gonna try to be a little bit patient here. News on SMCI? I don't. We didn't see any news, Peter. Right? We just saw. I think it's just overall semis. Like, even if you look at
Yeah,
Nvidia was up, right? AMD.
over the last couple of days, they've had a few announcements of some deals. There was that
Mm-hmm.
deal in Dubai, Saudi Arabia. Anyways, where they were going to be helping build out a high performance data center. So that's good news for them. But that was yesterday's news. I
Oh,
think
okay,
overall,
okay.
it's just some positive sentiment behind expectations. So.
Yeah, because I saw Nvidia and AMD both pulled back this morning. Now after the open, but they've been. I'm
Yeah,
gonna take a partial here, but they're still up. Like they had a. If you look at the daily,
yeah.
they were up pretty nice. Especially Nvidia. Nvidia's been doing very, very well.
I appreciate that you stuck. You had that little sort of a hockey error, or at least your montage was
Yeah,
locked
I
unexpectedly,
was
and you
like,
stuck with it.
oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I had to go in there, take out the
No,
lock.
but to me that was good. How you sort of didn't panic. You realized that there was a challenge, and
Yeah.
you reassessed and said, okay, yeah, it still looks like a good trade opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
and jumped in. So, well
Yeah,
done.
worked out. Worked out really nice. We're getting a bit of sell off here. If we go below this 46.60, I'll take some more off. I'm not gonna take everything off, but I will take some more off. Oh, but the SPY is selling down, actually going red. S- Let's see. Yeah, that's the great thing about if you have a nice cushion, you can survive some of these pullbacks. If it's just the market trying to scare us out of this trade, I'm not sure what is going on. But look, looks like it wants to go green again. Just trying at least. Yeah, it's dropping pretty fast here. So our stop will be break even, guys. We won't let it go past that. We're not giving anything back. We'll see if we can hold. But break even, we'll get out of this trade. I'm so glad I took that partial up
Te-
there because it is dropping pretty aggressive here.
Tesla really came back here, and
Yeah, big drop in the last couple of minutes here. Like the overall markets just started dropping. So dragging some things down. POTR. POTR has been so bad. What's going on with you, buddy? You used to be our friend. Now it's just look at this. It's so as
Yeah,
fast as they came
PLTR is
on this list,
pretty.
they're gonna come off the usual suspect
Yeah,
list when they
look,
continue this.
for me, it's more about the later day trades, right, and what it can
Oh,
deliver.
okay.
So
Yeah.
PLTR is still not bad at that, right? Still gives
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. It's not always an open trader.
Yeah. And if you
Uh,
look at I agree. I agree with that 100%. Look at these wicks. This is just that's what I mentioned before. Like, right, it looked good for a short, but the pullbacks are just so wide on this thing that you could be right on the direction and just get stopped out, but it hasn't picked a direction now either way. So there's nothing happening for this. So if you're trying to trade POTR, guys, and you're getting stopped out, I would just give it a little room, give it time. Maybe it's not ready to do anything. Wait till it picks a direction because right now, if you're going long or short, doesn't matter. You're getting stopped out with those wicks on the 5 minute are not looking good. So be careful. All right, SMCI coming back up. The good thing about having a good entry is that you can survive some of these pullbacks. You
Yep.
know, uh, if not, if you chase it, it will be very difficult to try to stay in this. QUBT 20%. So they pull back a little bit. Nvidia, SMCI, Tesla, POTR. Weeble, what did Weeble do? Nothing. Hims is still doing something, guys. Look at Hims is finds a way, man, to
Yeah.
just take off every morning. Look at it again.
Here's my hymns.
Yeah, Hims down to 57, now back up to 61. That is really nice. All right, we're trying to break above the high of the day now on SMCI. Let's see if we can go higher here.
Yeah, PLTR is moving now a little bit.
Oh my goodness, Andrews, he's on fire today, man. He is like grabbing stuff. I mean, did you see he's trying PLTR now? Well, he got in a few minutes ago. He's like a sniper on crack today, man. It's just focused.
Sniper on crack.
Yeah, that's got to be a good thing. I don't know, but man, he is on it. He is on it. Like the entry is perfect. Partial right at 102. Why am I telling you guys when I could show you? There it is. Just sniper beautiful. IG says cocaine bear. Okay. with precision. Man, that is good.
Well, you know, look, after yesterday, he needs that to rebuild his confidence. It's, you know, sometimes happens, right? You get a bad day, you can follow it up with a good one.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Historic big wrestler. Historically, meth is preferred by armies. Okay. I wouldn't know, but yeah, thanks for the info. Yes, wait for a squeeze here. He's struggling to get the squeeze going. I don't want to going back down without taking a partial, right? Because the more struggles here, then the lower it can go below the VWAP, and now you're getting close to my entry. But let's see if we can hold this 9 moving average. If we can get a little more cushion, the 9 and the 20 can be our areas of stop. But right now we're still too close to our entry. Come on, buddy. 46.60 will be nice. The SPY's pushing higher. This can help a couple of things. Or trying, at least struggling. I'm gonna take another partial here, just in case. I don't want to go back down and bring more shares with me, because we couldn't keep pushing higher. We're making higher lows. I'm sorry, lower highs, lower lows in the last couple of candles. I know it's the 1 minute, so we're not gonna put too much weight on it, but I'd rather take some off than come back to that VWAP. Ray Tricks here out of the trade. I get you, man. The 5 hours is awesome. I get it. It does have a feel that if we don't get through this, we're just gonna come back down. But I think it might be worth waiting.
Yeah, you're in a good position, anyways, to wait it out. So
yeah,
I mean, it's tough to tell at this point whether it's going to go up or down. But
yeah, and it might still go up, but I feel like is the drop we had before was so deep, just so close to our VWAP. I mean our entry, that we got to be careful here. CR, what are you guys looking at? Andrew's looking at that too. CRWV. We looked at that this morning. Core weave.
We did.
CRWV. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome. Up 15%, and it's just flying. That is great. That is great. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, slam that thumbs up so Peter can get paid.
That's gonna stick with you, isn't it? You're like, I need to get paid on likes.
In the next meeting, this is the one I'm going to be on the agenda.
You want want to renegotiate your pay packet. I just meant we need the likes, or we don't get to continue delivering this free content to you. So
absolutely.
I'm never going to convince you now. Now you're like, I don't understand. How does Peter get paid? How does he gets paid on likes? Probably wouldn't be doing very well if I got paid on likes. We gotta.
YouTube. Our income from YouTube is so little, guys. It's nothing. Like, you need to have millions and millions of followers to make a difference, right? We do it more because we love it. To be honest, I'm hanging out with you guys.
Showing off his
we're
trades.
not making a living off YouTube likes or views, but they help the algorithm. They help us, grow the channel, reach more traders, make the community bigger. All fun. News on SMCI, not any specific news besides some deals, but they're moving very well, and that was like a couple of days ago, as Peter mentioned before, right? So but they're just moving well today, which is surprising, because if you look at AMD and NVIDIA, their other counterparts, they're not doing so hot as far as the market open. So we'll see. Mike Kelly, I want Peter to get paid. Hit the like.
Yeah, thanks. Me too.
Hit the like. Oh man, awesome stuff.
No, what are you doing?
All right, what's out there, friends? What we got? SMCI is struggling. Let's take a look here. HIMS is just on a tear. Anybody trade HIMS today? Anybody looking at HIMS and taking advantage of this? It's just beautiful. How's the daily? How's the daily on HIMS? Because I feel like it's just up and up every day. Yeah, look how nice this is.
Yeah, it sort of doesn't make sense. I mean, it shows that sometimes stock prices aren't necessarily related to the fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? I lost Carlos.
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute. This is off this
That's okay.
Ozempic drug, right? I mean, that they got together with they're doing Teledoc or Telemed for Ozempic, I think it is. I think that was the big news. It was them and some other companies. So, or something else. If you guys know something, let me know. But I think that was the last that we saw. Yeah, on a tear. Retailers don't look for fundamentals. No, we really don't. No, I know they do Viagra, but they also do they do other stuff too, Albania. I think they do what I saw was that Telemed thing with like NVO or something. One of the big drugs, right? So Viagra's only going to help a couple of people. Ozempic is going to help a lot more. A lot more.
I don't know.
No. I think so.
I mean, depends on what help you're looking for, I guess.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, hopefully that's not the reason why they're going up, because it's not healthy. People need to be healthy. We want to see that problem growing. It's a growing problem. That's great. I didn't even think about that. We don't want to see that problem growing. I saw a sign. It's a great sign here. Oh man, every time I pass by, I want to take a picture of it. And
Right.
it's exactly what it says. It says it's for a Viagra drug, and it says, believe it or not, oh man, I don't want to mess it up. It's really good, but it's like, believe it or not, this is a growing this is a problem that's growing. I don't know. They word it in a way that's like, I see what you did there, right? Man, but they did it so well. I'm like, that's a good marketing. Good marketing. There's people that get the job done when it comes to marketing. They really do. I could appreciate that. All right, SMCI is struggling.
Yeah,
Moving
it was
averages are
looking
moving
good that
higher.
it might be able
Yeah.
to break higher, but then it's
Good thing is we have a good cushion. Hopefully, look at the SPY is doing something now. Can SMCI grab onto that train? There it is. Now it's a good move up on the SPY. That looks nice. But this 5-minute does not look great on SMCI. Look at this 5-minute. Higher highs, higher lows. Like this candle will be key to just kind of break through this and give us 46, 48. That would be great. Could also be a good ABCD pattern if you're looking for that. It looks like it's trying to bounce here. But just again, play your trade book. Play your trade book. QBTS. QBTS. Oh yeah, traded better than QUBT. Much better. QBTS, yeah, traded much cleaner. Looks like it's up less. QUBT's up 18%, but this one, as far as the 5-minute in the market open, did trade much better. QUBT was one pop and then got really messy. Didn't really give you anything. POTR struggling. Tesla struggling. SMCI trying one more time. Trying again to get up there. Wants to be strong. I'm out of PFTR. Looks too choppy. Yeah, PFTR is hard this morning, man. Look at it. It's just all over the place. Gave you a quick breakout. Andrew took it here. He took it here. Took this amazing pop. It did very well, and then just couldn't get the continuation. Well, we're seeing this every day, guys. Just be patient. Like we're seeing, like the first hour and a half are messy, and then after closer to 12, you start getting these breakouts. Peter, you mentioned this earlier, like on NVIDIA, AMD, these beautiful breakouts. So, if you're having a tough time, don't waste all your ammo. You will get something. We'll get something going. I see people calling out UNH. Oh yeah. Nice move. Very nice, very nice. Almost $5 off the VWAP there. mRNA last time I traded during COVID. Yeah, we haven't traded mRNA in a long time. We traded after COVID. It has some moves, but it's been a while.
Carlos, we're just waiting for this consumer sentiment number that should be coming out in about 5 seconds. Don't know if it's going to do much on the market. Again, this is a relative scale expected at 53.5. If it comes out lower, that means consumer sentiment is worse. If it comes out better, it's better. So let's see. Here we go. We got the number. It is out at consumer sentiment 50.8. So it's a little bit lower than expected. We're seeing the market actually did do a very quick move down. We'll see if it continues or not, but it'll pop down. So.
Uh-oh. So I was saying this big, this charter agrees to combine with Cox in a 34.5 billion cable deal. So, like some cable companies getting together. I never heard of these names, but I guess they're like two big, large companies getting together. I hope if they're TV cable companies, I hope they can combine some of these channels, man. The stuff is all over the place. We need to.
Look, we've been.
Yeah,
we've been talking about that, right? Like, I just don't think the number of streaming services is just sustainable out there. But
it's too much.
We'll see.
I'm trying to see what these people own, because usually we don't know the big names, but if they own something under it.
Right.
Looks like they're more on mobile, looks like. We have a couple of companies here. You even get some that are actually like if you live in a condominium. When I used to live in a condominium, you can actually get companies that actually service New York, right? Because they come here to do the whole package for every unit. But at my house, I get Verizon, Optimal. You can get pretty much anything you want here. But I have everything with Verizon. The phone bill, the cell phone, everything with Verizon makes it easy. You get Comcast? I think you can now. You couldn't before. Before it was very limited. I think you can get Comcast now, yeah. Also, it is a Charter is an internet and TV provider. Where are you? I never heard of these guys. So to me it's new. So maybe that I've never heard of them in this parts of the country, so okay. In Missouri, yeah, we don't have that here. At least I never heard of it. Yeah, this is good. Merging is good. We need to merge. Everybody needs to merge. Oh, Spectrum. I heard of Spectrum. We have Spectrum in this area too. So they are Charter does operate under the Spectrum brand. Okay, so I knew this usually, that's what happens. You got the big name that nobody knows, and there's some smaller names that might work in your local area. Spectrum we do have here, so Tony, take care. Hopefully you had a great day today. I know it has not been the easiest as things kind of go sideways a little bit here, but hopefully you had a good day, man. Have a great weekend. Yeah, Frank, I'm seeing that now. I see Charter. Again, they have a lot of local names that I am familiar with. So, all right, NVIDIA coming above the VWAP. If could look good for a VWAP breakout. If we get our breakout pullback and then confirmation candle, could be nice. It all comes down to, are we going to get the continuation, right? Am I in Canada? No, I'm not in Canada. I'm in New Jersey. No. My friend in the bottom of me is in Canada. He's north. I'm south.
That's me.
Yeah. Yes. A ticker I've been monitoring for weeks. KSS moving nicely. That's Coles. They're tough as far as day trading, but yeah, today they got something going on. They're moving up here 4.2. Usually not the case. The last couple of days actually doing something. So yeah, moving here. All right, looks like SMCI is not going to give us any more. It is struggling to get going here, so I'm going to probably take everything off. You know what? Let's just wait to our break-even point. Break-even point, we'll hop out of it. I have been to New Jersey Nets game. It's been a while. What was that? It was like, man, it was a long time ago before they became Brooklyn Nets. So yeah.
Oh, that's going back now.
Yeah.
Well, not unsurprisingly, no trades for me. I didn't have anything structured at the open, therefore I'm still waiting. Probably it'll be looking at this point like it's going to be well after 11 before I get a trade, which is good because I'm actually going to breakfast with a buddy. He asked me to neighbor across the street going to grab some breakfast with. Last meal we had together was actually in Paris, so there we go. It's amazing how things happen.
Nice.
It happened that my neighbor across the street and his family were visiting Paris at the same time we were. So he said, "Oh, let's meet up."
Awesome, man. Awesome. I should switch the screens with Peter. Yeah, I should. I should put Peter on the top and put the north, and that should come down, be on the bottom, and put the south. I should do that. How many monitors I have? Three 27-inch monitors. Is what I use now. I have another one that I plug in here and there when I'm messing around with the vMix, which is a software that we use for streaming. But just three monitors. Peter, you have 6, 7? Peter has a few.
6 or 7 what?
Monitors.
Oh, 6, yeah.
6, yeah. Okay. So there you go. Drayson Kong is asking. Peter has 6. I have 3.
You definitely don't. You don't need that many, but I just sort of evolved to it. I started like most people, 1, and then I quickly went to 2, and then after a couple of years, I expanded that to 3, and then from 3 I went to 6. So
yeah.
Mostly I started with the 6 because I needed to do things for the chat room, right, and display it. Now I've gotten used to it, but you can have too much data, right? Like you can have too much moving stuff on your screens that'll just distract you. It won't help your trading. It'll actually distract you from good trading. So don't feel that you got to add like screen real estate. In fact, less is often more, right? Focus in, watch what you're watching. Don't just, add screens for its own sake.
Agreed. I mean, could add another one here and just have Bloomberg there. I could do that. That'd be nice. But it won't be like more monitoring of data from DAS, right? We don't need a lot of that. So yeah, man, I have my AC on blast, so that's what you hear. Usually it's on low, but I have it really high because this computer, for some reason, when it's humid, when it's warm outside, it gets hot quickly, man. Quickly. So I got the AC on high to keep it cool, and it's still 71 in here. We'd like to get to 68, 68, 67. So, but yeah, yep, my AC is definitely on. And it's right next to my mic. So, and then this mic is the type of mic that if you don't have the gain high, then you can't hear me, right? And so No, the 5090. I don't have the 5090. I have this. That computer has the 3090. There's a problem with that card. I have the 3090. I have the 4090. My 4090 does not heat up. It runs very cool. So this 3090, something's wrong with this thing. It throws heat. I'm telling you, like here, I can literally turn off my heat in this room, and that thing will warm me up in the winter. It is that hot as far as how much it throws out, right? So the minute it's a little warm weather outside, it gets crazy in here. I was even thinking of like putting an exhaust pipe out of this thing and throwing it out to the outside. Maybe that could help keep it cool, you know? Yeah, that's why back and forth I mute the mic so you guys don't hear the background noise.
I'm on mute. You can't hear me. No wonder you weren't answering me.
You were talking?
I said I'm not really hearing the background there. It sounds okay to me.
Yeah, so what happens is if I'm talking, the noise cancellation kicks on and you can hear it. But look what happens when I stop talking.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
you hear it.
terrible,
Yeah.
but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
All right, we've got NVIDIA that's just interesting pattern here in NVIDIA, just moving sideways below the VWAP. That's not where NVIDIA normally hangs out, but let's see what it does. Tesla dropping to low of day. It looks like it might even go red here.
You want to see Peter's later trades? You want us to stay on till 4 p.m.? We could do that one day. Stay on the whole day on YouTube. Man, QUBT doing some stuff. That looks nice. Let's see if we can break out here. Watching cartoons, Peter? While you trade?
My daughter sent me a video of her dog. She had a close encounter with another dog. Anyways.
All right. I'm in a trade. Hello. Let's pay attention. All right, there it is. Yeah, thank you, Gabriel. I was just like texting someone here and realizing that we're in a trade. I was starting to get bored with SMCI. I was just doing nothing. Yeah, I was ready to quit on it. I'm like, all right, come on, do something. Like it's getting pretty boring, but boring is good sometimes. But at the same time, there's nothing else going on. QUBT is trying to break out. NVIDIA's breaking lower. Tesla actually broke down. POTR lower. HIMS, little pullback. United Health pulling back. Yeah, I want to see this breakout, but then this area keeps being resistance for SMCI, so I'm willing to maybe take a partial here, or maybe take half off, leave the other half, see what happens. Every time we get a 47.50-ish area, right back down. AMD. People are calling out AMD. Let's take a look. Yes, above VWAP here. I just don't trust the continuation. So I do see the breakout you guys are calling out here. Looks really good, especially this one there. Entry right around here. Good risk to reward. I don't know if I trust the continuation on these things, man. We've been so choppy. I mean, if you look at the 5 minute, it's been really, really choppy. So it's a tough one. But yeah, look, it's going. Oh, it's going. Very nice. That turned out good.
Yeah. Said it was interesting that both AMD and NVIDIA are hanging out below VWAP. AMD's made a break higher. NVIDIA has not. And SMCI, once again, tested that exact same level. I don't know what's magical about that level there, that 4740-ish area.
Yeah.
Just can't get over it.
Keep struggling. So
yeah, somebody's selling through that. So
this is a great candle here. That's a good move. Hopefully that allows us to get a better some buyers in here above 47. Let's see if we could push higher. So let's see if we can do that. Start doing some higher highs, higher lows. That can help change the direction of things. But that was a good candle there on the 5 minute. Will you say Tesla on a 1 minute formed a M pattern? What's the M pattern? Mountain pass? It's the only thing I could think of. Let's take a look. And I don't see a mountain pass here just because. Yeah, I don't see a mountain pass here. But what's the M pattern? What do you mean by that, Faris? Matrix. Bye QUBT. Oh yeah. See ya. Beautiful breakout. 1143. That is, what level is that? That's a daily level that we have. That looks like a daily level over at yeah, right over here. Broke out of that really nice.
Oh man, I keep putting myself on mute and then forgetting. Come on, SMCI. Let's see if you can do it. Are you you still hanging in there on this, Carlos?
I'm still in it. Yeah, I still got a decent, not a lot, but I still got, a little less than half the number of shares from our original. So this is still could be very good.
Do it. Do it for Carlos. It's right here again.
Let's do it.
Right here.
It's the same area. Pre-market high 47.54.
There's all these orders, a lot of volume sitting at 47.50. If it can take out that size, it should get up to 47.70.
Yeah, it's like 14 dots. That's a lot of shit.
Doing good here.
Break
there
now.
You go.
Yeah.
There's okay break. Now. Come on. Oh, no pop though. Where's the pop?
I was waiting for the pop. There it is.
Come on. Come on.
All right. Wait, it is long. Should we be a little more patient?
No, it's struggling here again.
Yeah.
It feels like it should be going higher, but why is it not?
I'm not gonna mess around, man. I'm gonna take a partial.
I would take another partial here, maybe.
I'm gonna take a partial because it's just not. It's not like, come on, boom, squeeze. It's not doing that for some reason.
I mean, based on the level 2, it looks like I said 47.70. It should be able to get there, and then there's a bunch more like size sitting at 48, but it's really struggling to move up that.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, some patience now.
Yeah.
We've got R6 level 47.89. So there you go.
All right.
Starting to
let's go.
Ease up a bit. See what it does.
See, like
patience, young.
Tries it. Boom, boom. But we got cushion. There's nothing else for us to jump in on. We could. Oh, Tesla, beautiful reversal. Did Faris respond back? What does upside down W? So W like a double bottom, double top on the M. Oh, you meant upside down W. Okay, so double bottom. I don't see it. I personally don't see it. If you're talking about double bottom I see a V reversal right now. I do not see a double bottom here on Tesla. Just want to be sure that's
neither do I.
So, and I always like to see it on a bigger time frame. Like the 1 minute could fake you out so much on these reversals. I like to see it more on a 5 minute. So you just got to be careful. At least so early on, right? Later in the day, the 1 minute could be more defined because things are a little bit slower. But I feel like in the morning time before 10:30, the 1 minute gives you all kinds of stuff that might not be that good, right?
You're
So
seriously gonna follow the law?
but just clicking all kinds of voice notes. Let's see here. BLTR, Tesla, SMCI gave us a nice little pop. NVIDIA long. So you have the breakout candle here, right? I will consider these two. Now you're getting a pullback.
Can I just say,
yeah,
Andrew's having another day, man. He had some good early trades, but now he says he's giving it back, and he's forcing some trades here.
Oh, you're listening in? Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to get Tesla to move higher, and he's getting hit here again. Yikes. Some days those happen, man. Oh,
and it's the fake out. Like, look at NVIDIA, right? You're not getting that continuation. Which other one looked good? Was it AMD? Actually, AMD actually did give you a move, right? But it has not been easy, man. But let's keep in perspective, we're not even an hour in to the market, right? So there's so much time left, guys. If you're trading all day, you'll find something. Just gotta be patient. If you're a morning trader like I am, it could be very tough because then it comes down to you picking the right stock. Like I had 6 stocks on my list today. I added POTR last minute. And if you look at all of these, look at the 5 minute, the best one was SMCI. So I kind of got lucky that I actually traded the best one out of all my stocks. That's usually not the case. Usually you pick one because the odds are against you on which one you pick, right? Usually you pick the one that doesn't get the continuation. Like a Tesla or POTR. POTR was the worst by far. This is horrible. So we'll see. Hymns was another good one. I had it on my. I didn't have it on my list. You guys mentioned it earlier. I put it on my secondary after.
I'm surprised to that move on Hymns. It did, not the first couple of minutes, but then it made a decent move, hanging out towards the highs here. SMCI couldn't do it, Carlos. Hey, it's back into consolidation range.
Yes, just gave me enough to take a partial. I'm glad I did.
Yep.
But it's just struggling. I think it wants to be strong. This market is just not allowing it to. Not allowing it to. Oh, thank you, team. Bearable Traders. Yeah, so in that link, guys, I put on there. If you click on that link, I did put my all my social medias on there, but I also added the Dash Trader Pro layout because people kept asking me for it, and I'm gonna add the my hotkeys. That's what I was doing today. That's why my montage was locked. I was taking away my account number because in my hotkey script, I do have my account number. So when I hit it, I don't have to worry about the montage being in the sim or the live account. So the hotkey has the live account. So when I click it there, the script has my account number. So I went in there, I took off my account number, saved a hotkey, and then I put it back. But what I was doing is I had the montage locked just in case. So I'm going to post my hotkey files there so you can download them if you like. Because I usually don't like my montage. Peter, do you, after you're done trading, do you like your montage or no?
Because I'm trading all day, I don't usually. I have certain setups where the montage is locked. Like when I do my, so I load different files because it gives me different configurations. So some of them, they're locked by default. Like when I'm settling, My pre-market that I look with you guys, that's all locked. And then, of course, my Prime platform, it's all unlocked. But no, I don't normally go in the middle of the day and lock it up.
Yeah. I only like this morning just because I was looking at the hotkeys, making sure my account number, I don't put my account number out there to the world, which I don't think you could do anything with it anyways. But, why test the hackers? Why test their skills? No need. Were you able to explain VWAP on NVIDIA? Yeah, Progress. I'll let you know once it's up there. I'll do it today. I started doing it this morning, but then ran out of time. So I'll do it after this. What's the use of locking the montage? Well, you lock it. For example, if you lock it, if I hit my hotkey in error or something, it doesn't send an order. It won't send an order to the exchange, right? So if you're testing a hotkey, or if you're doing something that you can mistakenly hit a buy order, you want to lock it up so it doesn't go through on your live account. So, all right, let's talk about somebody was asking me about NVIDIA, right? Let's explain the NVIDIA breakout. Yeah, so the breakout here would have been this. This is your breakout candles, right? And again, when I say breakout candle, it could be a couple. It could be a series of two. I would consider these two here the breakout candle. This is your pullback that you're getting. But look how deep it is. Once it goes below the VWAP like this, it's really not in play. You want it to kind of come down here, and then you want to get the confirmation candle breaking through. It kind of gives you like a mini ABCD pattern confirmation that, okay, we're bouncing off the VWAP, and you're seeing signs of strength to go long. I don't go long on the breakouts because, again, usually, at least on the ones I find, I get this pullback a lot. Sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes you're not going to get it. You're going to miss it. But the ones I like is that push through, pullback, and then a continuation. And I've been taking, I got tons of screenshots. Oh, wrong chart. Sorry about that, guys. I'll show you in the 5 minute. Here it is. So here it is. Here's the breakout candle, right? You guys seen this before. So breakout candle here, pullback. But then it doesn't stop. It keeps going. So this right there kills the strategy, because it went down too far, so you want to wait for the confirmation candle to come back up here. That's usually where I go long for that VWAP breakout, right? Here you don't get it, right? Pulls back. Where else do you get it? Same thing here, right? Push up, but look at the pullback.
Come on,
just
SMCI.
Way below. So,
do it for Carlos.
Oh, look at you guys.
It's all good.
All right.
Don't. Yeah, just
don't
just
do
let
it. Don't
go.
touch it. Don't touch anything.
Don't do anything. Just let it go. Sorry, shouldn't have said anything. Keep
as
on
soon
the
as that
previously scheduled
PTR, I was
programming.
like,
Yeah,
what's
no,
happening.
don't worry, I got you.
You got me. Okay, excellent. But yeah, that's a strategy. And I got so many screenshots. I've been taking screenshots. I forgot to take one yesterday. Now I gotta do the right thing and go to the video from yesterday's YouTube and take the screenshot off of there, because I want to give you guys like a good sample set of a month and show you guys how many times it works, the examples that didn't work. Maybe put a small presentation together. We could do it for YouTube, hopefully, on one of those Thursdays training academy. So yeah, should be fun. All right, SMCI, hopefully we're doing some stuff here. Looking good. Got a little more cushion off our entry, so we'll be patient. We'll be very patient to see if this thing wants to go. Is there a way to switch DAS between paper trading and live account with one hotkey button? I don't know how to do that, Peter. There could be. I don't know if you can. So I'm not sure.
My
Peter,
alarm, and I'm on mute again. I have a problem with the mute button today. All right.
You and the mute button are not getting along today, that's for sure.
And apparently not. Keep updating hotkeys when I want to practice. Why do you have to keep updating hotkeys?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
To switch between paper trading and a live account with one button.
You probably could do it. I'll have to check. But here's what you can do.
Probably.
You can have a file saved for, like if you want to test hotkeys, you can have a file saved for your sim account and one saved for your live account. You could do it that way. Or the other way you could do it is, you can. I don't like this way because I think it's a lot of room for error. On the montage, keep your hotkey clean with no account assigned to it. But on the montage, you can select which account you want to trade in. I don't really like that one. It's a lot of room for errors there. So I have on my live hotkeys, I have my account number, and go ahead, Peter.
Because the problem is every time you change tickers, your montage will go back to whatever your default settings are, which include whatever that account setting is.
Yeah. And then if you want to change the default, right? You could change the default, but then it's a lot of back and forth, especially if you're trading in both. It's a lot of back and forth. If you're doing just SIM, it's easy. Put the SIM account in, you're good. But if you go back and forth, it's got to be careful.
Look, I would step back and say, if you're actively switching between a live and a SIM account, you maybe need to reevaluate what you're trying to accomplish. Because in this is just Peter's opinion, but in my opinion, there's no real reason to be jumping between a SIM and a live account, because that's you're going to end up in a situation where maybe all your winning trades are in the SIM and all your losing trades are in a live account, or vice versa, which is also a false positive, right, on any given day. So I'm just thinking that you probably want to make a concerted effort that in any given time period, day, usually at a minimum, you're trading one or the other. Now, if you want to switch, and if you're only doing that once a day, well, then you can have a completely different configuration set up, right? Like, you can save as many DOS configuration files as you want. I would say, it's one of the things I do. For instance, you could switch, and you can have one named live setup and one named sim setup, and you just load the new platform, and everything could be the same except whatever your default account is, if that's what you want. But you got to remember which one you're in. And so anyways, it comes with risk. I would just say you probably shouldn't be actively switching between trades. But that's just one man's opinion.
Agreed.
Sim is good to test new strategies. I agree, absolutely, 100%. But if you're testing a new strategy, you should be testing that, sort of with some consistency, right, over a period of time. So, and not, like, here's a trade on my new strategy, let me flip and test it over there, and here's a trade on my old strategy. Like, it's like trying to play two different positions on the field of the same game, right? You're likely to make mistakes and get it wrong. So,
Yes.
Ram G, I absolutely cannot tell you if the SPY will hit 585 today. That would be Nostradamus type stuff. And
hey,
good morning. Is that Andrew? Is he here? Oh, look at that.
Andrew here. Yes. How are you guys
Andrew
doing?
in the house. Good, man. How are you?
Doing good. We're watching. Carlos is trading SMCI, doing pretty well with it. Being patient. I got to give Carlos some credit. Much more patient than that.
Nice. Mr. Pezim is also here, but he hasn't muted his chat room yet.
Yes.
Okay, he did. So I had a pretty bad day so far, thanks to Mr. Tesla and PLTR. How was your trading, Carlos?
Good. We took a PLTR for a 5-minute ORB, so worked out really, really nice there. Really clean push, and we're still in it. So stop at break even and see if we can push higher. So
Carlos, you said you zoomed out to my camera.
You're an SMCI.
No, I have your camera all the way zoomed out. I needed you to move it more back, because this is the furthest I can get.
Oh, like you can't really do that more than that.
No. Let me see. No, because this is here's your entire screen I'm getting.
Oh.
So once I put it in a box, I just kind of cut out. I need more room from the top and bottom. We'll work on it. We'll fix it to move your camera more back.
We'll fix it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
All right,
guys, over on YouTube.
Go and do it.
Maybe with Andrew and Brian, hit that thumbs up. We're at a 419. That's pretty nice. If we get 100 more to 500, that'd be awesome. Take care, guys.
You guys get really, really nice. You guys are getting really, really nice actual likes on YouTube.
We're begging them. We tell them that if they don't do it, they're gonna fire us. We threaten them, Peter. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll be in chat.
Yeah, of course, man. Like we do
Take care,
give
everyone.
away, yes. Yes, Angel, we do yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, we did we did a giveaway for 1 year membership. Like we used to do laptop. A laptop, the problem with laptop is the shipping. You have to just ship it to different parts. Some people are winning it from like places that Amazon is not available or difficult to ship in India or some Asian countries. So we decided to give membership. And also it's about giving a person a fish or just teach him how to do that kind of thing. That
Yeah, teach him. Yeah, or teach him how to fish. I think a membership is a lot more valuable if you're serious about learning how to trade.
yeah.
Nvidia just went red.
Yeah, the market
Wow.
is red now. NVIDIA
Yeah,
red.
twos are gone red.
SMCI did a really nice run up.
SPY. PLTR, right at below of day right now. SPY continues to push lower here, although it's really trying to stay close to previous day close. We had a really nice trade on Tesla right at bounced off previous day close. Kind of saw that one coming. Tesla loves to respect these levels here. Can always it's almost always count on it holding PDC at least for a bounce. So Nvidia is at PDC now. It might bounce back here as well. Yeah, Tesla has been a little bit choppy this morning for sure. It took a serious drop about 10 minutes into the trading day. Had a really nice rejection of VWAP at 10 o'clock. Yeah, coin was the trade du jour for sure. Had a nice breakout right at the open. Came came up. We got a what? Little pullback at the open, profit taking, and then just really took off. So 348 to 360 area. I think
CRVW
coins
is
being
that
at
one.
coin is being added
Sorry.
to SP index.
Yeah, it was announced, I think, a few days ago that Coin is gonna replacing. I don't know what it's replacing, but it's replacing one of the other ones. Apple,
Yeah,
there is no love for Apple. I think QBTS D-Wave. This company D-Wave is in Vancouver. It's actually based in Vancouver. I have a few friends that are working in QBTS D-Wave. They make quantum computers and especially their CPU. I mean, their CPU has to operate in at a very, very lowest, temperature. I think they're like at 0.1 Kelvin, like which is absolute zero. And the way that they have to cool down these CPUs, I've seen them. It goes through a multiple, like liquid helium and liquid, other materials, and then there's magnetic things that it's just the movement of molecules almost zero to, so there's no temperature in there. It's really pretty cool, actually.
Mm.
And I've seen the founder. They were students, physics students at the UBC, University of British Columbia. I've seen their presentations and everything. And according to them, when we asked them, okay, what's this quantum computer work? It says that, it can solve some of the mathematical problems that are multi-layer. Like, I didn't understand much, but, that it's not only the power of the computation, but it's just the multi-layer type of things. So yeah, that's pretty cool. QUBTs. All right, so market
It could
finally
solve.
seeing some red situation happening here after this such a huge gap up.
It could solve all the remaining Bitcoin problems in an afternoon, and then there'd be no more Bitcoin, no more Bitcoin issued. SPY is continuing to head lower here. Now it's finally gone red. PLTR is definitely in the red now. PLTR could be heading down to sort of 126.70 area.
Yeah, the market is completely going down. That's good. Would be very nice. That's what we want, market going down.
And QUBT has a huge gap between that was created right at the beginning of the year.
Which
Dropped
one?
from about $18 to about where we are right now, about $12.
Tesla. NVIDIA is going down. Which one? QBTS?
Yeah, Qubit.
Yeah, QBTS, D-Wave.
Yeah, look at Nvidia. Couldn't hold PDC. Tesla's coming back down to PDC as well here. Okay, there goes PLTR. It's lost 127.
SPY is now rolling over nicely.
Ooh, big
This is the
drop.
first
Yeah,
time
big drop on the SPY. Yeah.
in my life I'm happy the SPY is dropping.
Shit. All right. PLTR just took a small long position. 126.75. So 126.80 was a fill. Here we go. Gonna sell some here. All right, nice bounce right off S3.
On what? On PLTR?
PLTR, yeah.
PLTR sells off to S4, and then I'll take a reversal on that. I'm waiting for that.
All right. Anyone catch that PLTR trade? That was a nice level to enter at. See if we can get to 127.50 here.
Bounce from S3, yeah, 126.74.
Yeah. Yeah, Irma, nice catch on Tesla long there. We're gonna get to 127.50 here on PLTR. Come on. There we go. That's it. That was another good trade. Yeah, nice catch on the reversal on the Qs too, right off an S3 level.
Wow, the whole market bounced back nicely. SPY is just boom.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm flat now. I'm all out of it. PLTR trade. SMCI is kind of rejecting the VWAP right now. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we might get back to PDC here. Depends what the markets are going to do.
CI, Tesla. What's Tesla doing? Tesla also bounced back from the previous day
So
close.
definitely, if you were short, I mean, it was a nice short from a VWAP rejection back around 1025. But yeah, S3 would have been a really sort of good level to take some money off for sure. We're getting a bounce back here on the SPY. The Qs are bouncing. SPY's gone back green. QUBT kind of it's back at high of day.
Coin is
Nice
doing pretty good,
920 on
huh?
QUBT. Yeah.
Coin is nicely rallying.
I like Uber for
Uber is at
and
all-time
what
high,
a run.
huh?
Pretty close.
Company, how did they Khosrow Dara Shahi?
Yeah.
Khosrow Shahi
What a
Dara,
run over the
sorry.
last 6 weeks. Right. Rejection of PLTR at PDC.
LTR, rejecting PCT. Yeah, so the market doesn't seem that it's really want to go anywhere. Oh, markets. Financial market humbles everybody.
Yep. What's coin? Coin still going up here? Oh, coin's rolling over. Well, no, it bounced off VWAP. That was a nice move. I don't. I'm not looking for another trade here. Don't really see much. This is, of course, Friday, and things are kind of settling down. PLTR actually might go green again. You don't want to chase it here.
Nothing right now.
Well,
Carlos, can you also screen share on YouTube if you're hearing me? Just the screen share on the YouTube.
here goes PLTR is going green.
PLTR. SPY is going up. SPY is coming back slowly. Qs are coming back up.
Yeah, SPY's gone green again, and they're just gonna maybe. We'll see if we get a rally, but I wouldn't be surprised if we just go out the day pretty flat on the indexes. We'll see.
Tesla is a long. Paris is Tesla is a long, huh? Let me see. Man, I lost so much money on this Tesla today that I don't want to touch it. What time is it? A few minutes to open. Well, Paris, you're gonna come on live on YouTube and trade that Tesla long. Put your mouth. No, put your trade
I
where
don't
your
know.
mouth is.
Tesla.
That's what they say.
So Walmart, yeah, Walmart had a good day. I don't see it on the scanners. What's Walmart been doing? Just a nice, steady climb during the day, not making a big move. For day trading, Walmart isn't really something that you don't get a lot of volatility. It has had a pretty nice move today. Started out around $96, and it's up $99. It's not a bad move. It just took a long time to get there. What's Bitcoin doing today? We got it's around 103, isn't it?
Bitcoin is at 104 almost now. Can USD, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. So we are 10 seconds. My clock has frozen in the ass. Never seen that one before. I've seen my data to froze, but not my clock. Oh, they're going to that's that's something. That was a glitch in the matrix. See, my clock is frozen in us. I've never
Oh,
seen that one before. Yeah,
no, that's weird.
the data is coming, but the time is not coming.
Yeah,
That never happened. Never happened to me. See, it's just popping like that. It's a glitch in the matrix. I think.
yeah, you're stuck in a time warp.
I know. Like the
Let's do the
quantum
time warp.
environment that is giving the time. Because I was watching a time on my computer and then my DAS, see, it doesn't work. I think that's great. Like
Let's do the
the fact
time
that data is
warping.
coming, but
Yeah.
time is not coming is a great thing. Because usually these platforms have the problem with data coming in. All right, so Paris, how are you, buddy? Are you ready for Vancouver? When are you coming? Next week?
Versus long Tesla.
AI launching research preview of Codex, cloud-based software engineering agent.
Okay, so
Codex
where
to
is
ChatGPT Pro Enterprise and team uses Friday.
that echo coming from? Okay, yeah, I'll stop the echo. All right, so Paris, yeah, I'm handing it over to Paris, guys, and throw it in the chat room. Thanks,
Yeah.
man. I had a last day again. Looking forward to see you, Paris, next week in October.
Yes, Andrew. See you next week.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Brian, see you too.
All right, guys.
Let's plan something.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to it. We'll see you next week.
I would need a ride on your BMW.
We can do that. I can try to scare you. But
Okay, Brian.
hopefully you're long Tesla. It looks like it's trying to
Yeah,
break
I'm
through the
long
VWAP
Tesla.
here.
Yeah, I'm long Tesla.
Nice.
Tesla, I think, now has a chance to break the high of the day, which is 352. And hopefully it gives
there's a big
another.
order.
Yeah, I think Tesla was the stock that was not willing to drop. And I took a few hits for a long on it, but eventually I'm able to ride that move. So let me share my screen, guys. So you guys should be able to see my screen. So at the open, I was one and done on the day. I shouldn't have traded after the first one, but I traded Tesla only today. So let's see if SPY actually comes back and rallies. I think Tesla has a very good chance to rally today. I think I just see it. I just was seeing the buyers over and over again. I don't know how do I explain it if you don't know how to read the tape, but I just kept seeing buyers, and that kept making me, giving that conviction of being long on the trade. So let's see if it breaks out the VWAP. And I even called it out in the chat room, guys, that this is a long. Hopefully this doesn't reject much from the VWAP at this point, and hopefully it comes back and the SPY rallies. The only reason Tesla dropped today, I think, because of the SPY. It was just trying to follow SPY, but Tesla is overall, it's a very strong buying price action today. Oh, am I in the chat room too? Okay. Hey guys, on YouTube, and I think in the chat room too. Oh, chat room, I think Thor is back, so you're okay. Oh, I'm heavy green. I gave back some of my profits on these stop outs, one and two and three. Three stop outs on this, but first one was a tier 3 long, so that was a very heavy profit. And then this one has made back my couple of stop outs area, but now I'm hopefully if it makes back, I'll be very heavy long on this. I'm actually thinking of adding to the position. So let's see if I can add to the position. I think if SPY doesn't reject from here and doesn't pull back a lot, I think Tesla can rally to 350 again today. So let's see. So Tesla popped up. That first trade, I was thinking that it was very quick rally to 355 something. But that I actually gave back some of my profits in this thing. I added more, and my break even was something around 346.50, but after I added, my break even was 347. So I actually gave a $1 back on a couple of ads that I made on the trade. And Tesla is actually so spies. I'm adding more on Tesla. Let's see if it gives us a pop. Because 346 has been a very important area for me. Very important area for me, 346. If it holds the 346, then boom. Did you see that, guys? Okay, selling some. Nice. Boom, boom. You see that? Nice, nice. What a pop. What a pop. The second I added, what a pop. Boom. I love you, Tesla. You are such a nice girl. Yeah, I think 350 is coming now. I think Tesla has that buying. Uh, uh, very nice. One, if your Tesla is going high of the day, why don't you let your position like open? Yeah, so again, my target is the high of the day. I don't know if it's gonna go for sure. I will scale out on the profit and let it ride until my major exits would be around, break of 349 and 350, because those are some important levels. But I like to scale out on my profits because irrespective of how confident I am, it's not 100% sure that this is gonna go there, right? Uh, I can tell that there's a buying pressure and there is this thing. From a psychological standpoint, I like to take partials along the way because if the stock moves to, let us say, 348.50 and then comes back and comes to my break even point or my stop loss point, uh, I would I would be impacted psychologically um, because I was in the money for a good amount of time and I did not take any partials and I did not, you have to hit the small bases until you get a home run. So for that basis or for those small stop outs that you take along the way, you have to hit the bases to be able to capture the home run move. So there is very one Trump news can just completely blow up my position and then completely stop me out. And even if you see right now, this is literally gave it everything back. I don't know what the news is. Yes, I was confident on it, but now it's going against me right now. And I would be happy that I took partials and I was able to take profits out of the position that I was in. And this is a very clear example. That's the whole reason why I'm taking partials, is because you don't know, like exactly the same thing. I was thinking that it's going to go to 350. Now I don't know if it's going to, now it's coming to my break even point. So yeah, it's for a psychological reason too. So that's the whole reason I like taking partials. Like I would be very impacted psychologically if the stock moves in my favor and I did not. So let me add a little more, guys. I'm adding more. I'm adding more on Tesla. Let's see if it has a chance to pop up. Let's see if it squeezes to the upside. Wow, beauty. Tesla just keeps giving. Okay, selling some. Tesla just keeps giving, guys. That was a $1 pop. Come on, break the high of the day. But sorry, break the 348. I think 348 is in the books. Yeah, if this fails from here, then it's made a lower high. That won't be good. It should hold here. Should hold here and actually break the 348. SPY is going up too, so which is good. Boom, boom, guys, boom. Let's see. 348 is in the books. Come on. Come on, no selling pressure. Come on, squeeze. I know you have a chance to squeeze. All the sellers who were trying to short would be trapped if you squeeze from here, and it's gonna move to the upside. Yeah, trap all of them. Move. Sellers took over again. Let's see if they absorb it. Absorb, 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 absorb. Yeah, they're absorbing it nicely. Let's see. Okay, sellers are taking over. You have to bounce from here, Tesla. You gotta bounce from here. Break out the 347. No. So 347 is a little bit of resistance, which is trying to short it, but the buyers seems aggressive. I think it's gonna break out to the upside. The buyers are still like want to go up. Come on, lift 247, 347. 347 breakout. Yeah, again that sellers take over. But the buyers are absorbing well. I would think that it would break out to the upside. $347 again. $347 again. I think it's gonna break out to the upside. Come on. Come on, 347 again. Lifts, breakout. 1820. Boom. Let's break out. Boom. 24, 27. Nice. Boom. Covered some, selling some. That's exactly what, this is exactly what I was talking about. Like this, when you see that tape, how the imbalance of those tape works, man, it's just wonders. You see it. It's not like uh, a blind game. It's like you're able to see these things. That's what's gonna happen. 348 in the books. And I love doing that. Like I think I'm born for this. You guys can hear me in the chat room? Really? How? I have no idea how does that. So, Carlos, can you check? I don't know how am I audible in the chat room? I should only be in the. Yeah, you're only on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Dan. I'm not really sure why you guys are able to hear me in the chat room. I should only be in the YouTube. Thor is on YouTube? No, Thor is in the chat room. I am in I am Paris. Okay, so let's look at Tesla 348. If 348 breaks, guys, 350 will come. If 348 breaks to the upside, 350 will come. This is a very good price action. How it is trying to hold a VWAP on Tesla, but a lot of it has to depend on SPY 2 today. Tesla is not trading independently. Usually, sometimes Tesla trades independently, sometimes it doesn't. But today, Tesla is just following the SPY. So if SPY falls, Tesla tends to doesn't have the strength to go against the SPY. So I'll be a little cautious about what SPY is doing too. Yeah, you will like the more one, I think there's a lot of ways you can get it, like the relative strength, the relative weakness. A lot of times the SPY is dropping and Tesla is not. It's that's showcases a relative strength in it. And I like to like watch cues and SPY just to have an idea of where they are I don't take decisions based on that, but I like to see because basically we're trading mid float to the large cap stocks, right? And Teslas and the Nvidias and the Apples and all of these have a very high weightage in the SPY or the QQQ's components, right? So any change into those big names tend to impact the SPY and vice versa. So in an ideal scenario, you do not want to trade stocks that have a beta factor of 1, which is with SPY. That means they're blindly following SPY, whatever it's doing. You do not want to trade that. You want to trade a stock that has catalyst. You want to trade the stock that has some behavior to it. Today, like Tesla at the open, if you look at it, SPY sold off in the first, what do you call, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But if you look at Tesla, Tesla did not sell off. Tesla was strong, right? So that showcases that the relative strength on the stock. And I love trading those stocks which have a relative strength to it. Ideally, if it was Tesla was falling SPY should have dropped, sorry, Tesla should have dropped too, but it didn't. And that's what I love about thing. But it later matched to the SPY and whatever the SPY was doing. And now it never, 348 is not coming either. And I will have to think about my exit here because now my average is 345.48. And that was somebody bought back again at 346.50, which is a good sign. And now they're trying to break to the upside. Let's see if it breaks 348. Break, 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 break. Okay, selling some. 347.82. Yeah, now the SPY is dropping too. So it completely following SPY, Tesla, but it hasn't broken the trend yet. So we'll see. OKLO, let's see what OKLO is doing. Yeah, OKLO is that quantum? No, not quantum. Nuclear something stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this is like, what's your, can you check, will it go to 4075? 4075? You're looking for a long today by any chance? I don't think so. This is the character is broken right here, 3860. It pulled back. Now it's the anything can happen in the market, but the way you look at the price action, the character is broken here, and plus it was extended on the daily. So the best thing that I would be looking at is has popped up, and these are yeah, it rejected. And this is, yeah, it's usually a short, day one gap up, day two held gap up, day three, day fourth it is gapped up. This is an area to sell. 40 is also a psychological level. Comes back to 36 area, 35 area, maybe hold here and see if it want to step up to the upside. But today, I doubt it. So Tesla is doing nothing. I'm thinking of adding more to Tesla. Let's see if I should add more. Okay, adding more on Tesla. Adding more on Tesla. Is Tesla listening to me? The second I added pops, like, is that a thing? What is happening? The second I added pops, uh, keep buying. Yeah, we'll see. I think 348, if it breaks 348, then we would be in a good shape. I think it's gonna break out to the upside. I think it has a chance to break out to the upside. I'm adding more. I'm adding more on Tesla. And 347 was holding very nicely. 347 was the area that was holding. Yes, now I see a buyer. Okay, let's squeeze. Let's squeeze the hell out of it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom. Come on, break out. You have this juice in it. Come on. Yeah, it has to pop up now very quickly. If it doesn't, then the sellers will take over. It has to pop from here. Come on, break out. Show me you have the power of buying. Come on, left at 347.50. 347.50 is that area that it's selling, which is not letting it pop up. But I think if that breaks, then 348 is coming. It's holding up pretty nicely. It's just a matter of like one push to the upside. Let's see if this is the push. Come on, break. 347.50. Rejected again. Let's see if it holds it. Break out. Break like a boss. Break like a boss. 50 broke. Again, got some sellers. Let's see if it tries again. 50 trying again. Breaks out. 60. 66. Break out to 348. Let's see if it holds it. New buyers want to come in. 67, 70, 75, 76. New buyers coming in. Let's see if it breaks to the upside. 348, 78, 78. Come on, break 348, man. 78, 77, again, 78, 80, 83, 87. Boom. Okay, selling some. I love you, Tesla. I love you, man. Boom, 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 boom. Selling some more. 348.25. You gotta see that, guys. This is like you'll see the ads. I love these ads. I took 4 ads to the thing just basis of what I was able to see. Like you gotta love this. Throw us a like just for that love of Tesla. Yeah, throw us a like, guys. It's breaking out now. So Dan, there is a full-fledged course that I've created, how to read the tape. Okay, now it's gonna come up. 55, beauty, beauty, beauty. Selling some. So Dan, I think there is a website called tradingterminal.com. I'm sure a lot of people are aware of it. And you go to Trading Terminal. Let me showcase if I can. And I think Carlos can share the link as well. I think he already shared that once. Yeah, this one. Okay, let me manage this position for now, and I'll send you the link that you can get access to. But 350 is coming, guys. So this is the link that you want to try, Dan. So now I don't anticipate that it would pull back a lot. I think it's gonna scale to 350. And usually what happens is this is the areas where you would find a little bit of selling pressure because you are going against the trend, right? So up below the VWAP, people would want to short it. But once it breaks out above 348, like this is the area where all the short sellers who were trying to short here, they'll have to cover, right? All of these people who were trying to short at these areas for the past, I don't know, 9:45 to 11:30, 2 hours, people who were trying to short, all of these people are gonna have to cover. So once they have to cover, market won't give you a deeper pullback for it to break out. And if it holds at these areas, the new buyers or new buyers would step in, and that's a market psychology. And all you're trying to do, you will not see a deeper pullback. Like here, you see a deeper pullback catching up to the trend. Here, you won't see a deeper pullback. Here, you will see a very good squeeze to the upside. And if the sellers who are trapped, there might be a little bit of sellers who want to try to short the 349.50 area. But when it squeezes, I think it can go to the break of high of the day. And that's the psychology. Like yeah, you want to understand where like how the buyers and sellers interact, and they usually lead to a squeeze. Like when this squeeze above 348 was not because like there was a breakout. The squeeze was, if you look at the psychology piece of it, people who were trying to short, they would be trapped. The new buyers would turn out at the breakout, And the people who were trying to short, they will also have to get out of the trade. So it creates that push of double the push of sellers will have to cover, which is a buy, and a new buyers would step in, which would actually break out to the upside. So this rejection of 349 is not good, but I was anticipating this because there was a level where it got rejected. And now the thing is, this could easily be a pullback and the sellers might take over again and try to see how it interacts here. For it to break out, are the buyers able to absorb it? If that is if I see something like that, I'll add more. I'll try to ride as much as possible how much the stock is going to give me. I don't have a bias that, okay, it can only go until this point. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna try whatever I see, I would try to be a part of that particular trend. So one, I think good question. I don't use ATR as the decision maker for me. What I see from the ATR standpoint is how much the stock can go. I don't I don't judge my PNL, or I don't judge my trade based on the ATR I was able to capture. I like to know the ATR, and usually I trade Tesla, have been trading Tesla for a very long time. So I know how the Tesla stock moves overall. But an ATR is nothing but the average of the high and lows divided by the past 13 days or something. And usually when the stock is in play, uh, is it, yeah, ATR for the past 13 days on the high and low. And I think the ATR calculation is usually based on the high and low of the day and not includes the pre-market. So Apple, what is Apple doing? Range, broke out of the range, but okay, Tesla is actually breaking out to the upside. Apple is trying to come back up. SPY. So see, this Apple has relative weakness, not relative strength. SPY is up above the PDC, is trying to break out the high of the day. Apple is on the other side. Apple is actually close to the low of the day than the high of the day. Okay, Tesla looks like it wants to break out. 349. Breakout of 349. Come on. Boom. Boom. Selling some. Now 350. My major partial would be 350. So I do amend my stocks when I take part, like my stop loss, uh, and I like to uh, what do you call keep changing my stop depending on if the trend is changing. Like what is the character? It doesn't have to be break even, right? It doesn't have to be break even always. Like now, what do I want to see? Like if this trend right here that you see, it's a very nice trend, right? You are just trying to ride this trend all day. And this could easily run as much as it wants. It just continues and breaks, like breaks the high of the day, but it can just continue right here and then break out and then break out. It just can just continue riding this trend, right? Now, what is the character for the trend to change? So if it breaks out to the downside and then it comes back to the upside, that's when I would be uh, thinking that, okay, the trend has changed, the character of a stock has changed, then that would be a good point to take an exit. So that's the whole thing that I wanna. I have no idea what love your neighbors is trying to say. Thanks, James. One Tesla, you can do 350. SPY also break out of the previous range. How do I manage my losses? It's a part of the game. You just keep it small. It's a part of the career. Losses are gonna be a part of it. You'll do everything right, and still, if the market is not willing to give you, uh, you will lose money. So risk management is the key. Keeping it small. Keep your losses small and let your winners uh, ride on your winners. Be very quick to get out of the trade if it's not working for you and ride on to the winners. And there are, Trade Canada, there are so many ways to manage your risk. It depends on how you wanna manage your portfolio. There are multiple ways to manage your risk depending on the type of a trader you are, the type of win rate you have, the type of shares you wanna take. There's so many ways to manage risk. Like big traders, they trade through hedging, they do a lot of hedging through options. And I do it as well. It's like when I have a big position, I like to hedge them. Like on a long-term portfolio, I do hedge my positions through especially on Tesla because I have a bigger size on Tesla. I like to hedge them. So there are multiple ways to manage your risk. Uh, okay. Seems like Tesla is trying to break the trend to the downside. But I might even think of adding more to the position. Let's see. See, a lot of times you have to understand how stocks move. A lot of times what happens is they will trend and they will break out and then they would have a sideways price action. So here, like this is the area that I do not want it to come back below this. They might have a sideways price action. Okay, adding more on Tesla. Adding more on Tesla. Ideally, what I do not want to see is it comes back below this 347.50. And what I want to see is maybe it tries to consolidate right here and breaks out 349 eventually to 350 and higher. And that's exactly what I want to see. We'll see. And if it comes back below to 347, then I'm like, okay, the stock has changed its character. Maybe it only goes to 349. I'll accept it. My break-even point is 346.87. 346.87. Yeah, just below 347. Yeah, that wasn't a good. Aggressive selling. The SPY is dropping too. Not sure it's gonna hold this. Yeah, I was thinking of going long one more time at 347. Never gave me it gave me a chance, but I just hesitated because it would mess up my average. Yeah, I missed that ad on 347. Now the SPY is popping up too. What is happening with PLTR? PLTR was at 130. 30, I was thinking that 130 would break out today. So 130 is still holding that. It tried to break out, but it got rejected really hard. And now it's coming back up actually. But that 128.74, yesterday's level 2, it was very interesting. Yeah. I'm thinking of adding more on Tesla. I don't know if I should. It broke out of this thing, bounced really hard. It could just be a higher low, a lower high. Sorry. So there is a news about Tesla adding Chipotle executive to the board of directors. Starting June 1. Hey Mudit, had a pretty good day. So Tesla is trying to sell off again. Dropping again. SPY is dropping too. So that seems like it was a lower high. I'm adding more on Tesla. Now it's trying to drop. It's dropping too. I think I'm very close to my break-even point. I think I'm gonna get stopped out if it doesn't pop from here. Yeah, things are looking weak unless a new buyer comes in. Okay, all out, all out of, all out of Tesla. Yeah, got out even earlier. I think it's gonna drop. All out, guys. I think it's top of the hour too. Have a great weekend, and hope it was a valuable session. Take care. See you guys next week. Take care.